Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to MSRL's fifth round of our ACC League. This is our third season, and this time around we are in Brands Hatch. Been a wild season that we have so far, and just like that, it's already 5 rounds into this, and we have 2 more weeks to our last round, and we'll see who wins. Standings are pretty close right now as we go back and take a look at the standings. We see that Naeem is trailing very close to Raiden. Raiden's not even in this A spot as we expected him to be. Usually for some reason we already expected him to be taking this season home, but with drop rounds and all included, Naeem's still very close, 17 points trailing behind Raiden. If Raiden is unable to answer this round, he will definitely still have to fight at Silverstone. But for now, we have Raiden at 83 points, Naeem at 66, Azrin at 46, Farhan at 44, Veltman trailing at 5th at 40, Mr. 95 and Farhan at 38 points. Adit, despite having some solid pace, at the back at 7th. This is why we have to say that consistency is very important. Without consistency, you're still very far back on the leaderboard. Delvin, at P8 at 30 points. Florin at 190. No, Florin number 193 at 26 points. Our newcomers, Samhari at 14 points at P10. Mr. Arteta climbed up some positions at P11 at 8 points. Chris at P12 at 6. Abdullah at 3, and ending the leaderboard with points is Mr. Jordan Brunch at 2 points at 14. And the rest still have more to do, but we're focusing this time around on Brands Hatch. Joining me today is Psycho, but Psycho might join in a bit. Hey, wait, give me a sec.
I just joined it.
Yes, as you join in.
Right, hello everybody. Sorry, I just took a dump. So yeah, doing Kimi Raikkonen style.
Yes.
Anyway, how are we looking for today for Brands Hatch?
Brands Hatch, we are looking really good. We have a very strong fight for P1 still. There's still 17 points in the gap of P1 and P2, and Raiden's definitely wanting to bolster that gap to make sure that we have enough for a P1 win guaranteed, or else he will definitely still need to work hard at Silverstone. Naeem definitely still wants to make sure that he still gets pressure on Raiden to make sure that he can stay in contention, but we'll see how their races go tonight.
Right, I see. So at the moment we have Azrin in the lead, but Delvin and Raiden just posting similar times. But yeah, I'd say they are a bit way off of the pace at the moment, because I remember like Brands Hatch, top drivers could actually do like 24s or even 23s. So I think everyone's just up to pace. Probably this is because it's a fast track. Is it fast track?
It is a very green track. It's not even a fast track right now.
No
and
wonder.
Also, Raiden just went out. I think that was his first lap. So I think there's definitely more pace for Raiden on right now.
Yep, definitely. So yeah, our current championship leader coming to the long back straight before a sequence of very fast right-handers. Yeah, we can ride on board with him at the moment. So yeah, how are we expecting Raiden to cope with the challenge of Brands Hatch? How's everyone gonna cope with this track?
I think Brands Hatch as a track is very challenging. It's very narrow, as you can see.
Yeah.
And Raiden shows that a little bit of tiny mistakes will send you into the wall if you're not careful enough. And I think it's really a toss-up for the grid. I think Raiden's gonna do well. They have shown that they are able to make minimal mistakes. I'm more concerned for Mr. Delvin, for Azrin. The more mistake-prone drivers are the ones that we have to look out for this time around as we finish up practice. Right after going into qualifying now, we have to see how the grid ends up this time. And I think for here, track position is really important. You want to make sure that you have very good track positions because there's not really much space for you to overtake here. It is really just a spot where You want to hunker down. You want to make sure that you defend well. You want to make sure that, just make sure you have minimal mistakes and just be the biggest annoyance to everyone else in the grid.
Yeah, I think qualifying is going to be really important for this track because, of course, track width is a luxury here. So, if anyone wants to battle on track, they better be careful, especially going too wide, even through some of the corners. And of course, given how Sector 2 especially is very fast, it's I'd say this is one of the epitomes of an old school track. And definitely brings a challenge, but of course, given that we are in GT3 cars, they are somewhat wider than normal road cars, despite the massive grip difference. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be some sort of entertainment, seeing like all the cars go around, battling each other.
Yeah.
Probably.
We are at a very narrow track with a very wide car. These are not really good mixes to have in.
Yeah, definitely. What? Okay, out of all these cars, out of all the cars on track, which ones are the widest, do you think? I'd give a bet on the AMG.
The AMG is actually very small when you take a look at it. Actually, the biggest car we have this weekend is actually the BMW.
Yeah.
The AMG is
BMW
long.
is the widest.
Yeah, the biggest car we have this weekend will be, I think. If not, the next one will be McLaren. BMW is actually high on the mid side, but if you take a look at the McLaren is also really wide, but it is very
wide
low.
and tall, and like the McLaren is shorter, from the tire, from the ground to the roof, or I'd say the spoiler.
The height of the car is lower, but it is a really wide car. It is a very long car. That's why you have such stable driving characteristics from the McLaren compared to any other mid-engine car. You compare it to the 488, the 296, the NSX even. It's just so stable, and yet it's still a mid-engine car. That's the thing that people like about the McLaren. So it's definitely a car to look out for. It's not going to be a car that's really annoying to overtake here.
Yeah, right. Anyways, Anoop just asked, why is Nabil in the silver class?
Is because of a setting. They are still Nabil is still racing for the pro class this year.
Yeah, it brings me back to like the first season of ACC where we ran out of
white plates to give Nabil, so we gave him a silver sticker.
Yeah, ran out of white ink. Sorry about that. Yep. Oh, go Adib. Oh wow,
yeah,
we have.
I think the BSRL team members are here. They're all cheering for their own teammates, which is fair.
Yeah, indeed. Welcome, neighbors. Yeah, welcome to MSRL. What round is this again?
Round 5.
Round 5. Yeah, round 5. Sorry.
But I think also Adib's been showing a lot of pace this season. But one thing's for sure, he needs work on his control. With the pace he has, he is currently sitting at P7 in the leaderboards. Oh my god.
Happened here?
I think that's just a blue flag.
Farhan?
Yeah, I think he's just lying by people for qualifying,
I see.
Which is fair. But Adib's like at P7, even though we've seen him in like P2 at times before. He is definitely able to stay in top 5, but because of the fact that he keeps making mistakes, strategy issues definitely have held him back. I think that's the one place that he needs to improve.
Yep, definitely. So, in terms of lap time, I'd say we are looking around 124s or probably 123s. In quali trim. I think how do I know that? Because I remember 1.8. Yeah, I did exactly that. Not in an MSRL race. It was another race later on, pretty much. But yeah, 124s. Oh my god! That was very bumpy from Farhan, and I think
the curb a bit too wide, and he saved it from any sort of damage. That's nice.
Well done. Yeah, well done. Kudos to Ferrari Farhan for keeping it clean. You can actually check the replay for this one. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Okay, we can actually see this. Oh, how close to the wall is it? It's quite close. Yeah.
Just missed it.
Yeah, interesting.
I think that wall's gonna see a few scratches during the race.
Oh yeah, and of course all the drivers are gonna watch out. Yeah, those who actually actually push themselves to the limit. Okay, those who are on track and even off track, they're gonna have to watch out for everything really, because if one driver makes a mistake, they go to the wall, and it wouldn't take much. rest in peace that
Bollard.
Bollard in particular. Yep.
I
So, yeah.
remember you also have an affinity of taking out bollards here, especially at this point coming up.
I think I
This
I think I
right-hander.
do. I
Yes.
think we all do take the curb somewhat as I take the whole bollards.
I know
Yeah,
I'm a bollard murderer at times.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry, we commit war crimes on bollards apparently.
Uh-huh.
Bollards don't like racers.
It's there for us to respect the track limits, yet we still hit them all the time.
I mean, I'm still wondering what happens if we hit it in real life. Imagine if we get a track limits warning just for that.
I don't think you get a track limits warning, but it does affect your car a little bit. But also, it's just made out of foam, so it's just gonna either get stuck on your car or you might get a slap on the wrist. Or
And I'm surprised that they don't use the material as that inflatable bollard. You know, I remember there was like a couple of inflatable bollards somewhere. But you know, like once you hit it, it just bounces back. You know.
The only one that I think
normal.
about that bounces back is the one in Pori Kart where it's spring loaded. So once you run over it, it just pops.
Oh, is it the
off.
yellow one by any chance?
No, it's the one on the floor.
The one on the floor.
You
oh,
know,
wait.
Yeah, the small rectangular pieces on the floor. Those are quote unquote bollards that, you know, you hit them, they go back down and come back out.
Indeed. Anyway, we are already seeing like 24s right now.
Who is that?
Naeem just stopped on track. I think probably something has happened here.
I think they're just done with the lap. It is qualifying after all.
Yeah, pretty much. I think this is yep.
Yeah.
I'd say so. So anyway, looking at the timing screens right now, we are seeing 24s now. So at the moment, Raiden Shogun in 24 in the 24s, as well as Naeem. And Azrin is quite close to the 24s, but you know, he needs just 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. No, not really 1 second. Just more than 1/10 of his time. So yeah, we can see our championship leader at the moment completing a lap. He's actually 3/10 up on his time, although I think the exit might have compromised him a bit. And now he's like 2/10 or so. He might be able to go for a 124.125. Right,
Pulling like that just slightly, or 2/10. Naeem has to fight for that 4/10 now.
Yeah, 4/10, exactly.
We see Raiden doing this time in practice, so it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. But now the question is, does Shogun have more pace in him? Stretch it even further
I think
as he runs wide.
just run wide there.
And he's going back
he's
to the pits, get more tires, get more fuel. And howdy, Monsieur. Yes,
Yeah, howdy,
we are
everybody.
having a good time. Hope you have a good weekend. Weekend's not there yet for us. Almost. By the time we're done with this race, we will be in our weekend.
I mean, I took a dump, so all good.
Lamau.
Yeah, I mean, you know, nothing's better than taking a dump after work, especially. So you know, and I remember I had to hold it in for like almost an hour, just from work.
I'm not gonna ask why you're holding it.
Nah, I was having dinner and I entirely forgot that I had to do a number one, and then halfway there I was like, oh wait, I had to do number one, didn't I?
Bruh.
So I was like, okay, you know, I'll hold it in. I'm not gonna stop at any gas station, because I know that you know, I have like some other things to do as well. You know, this race as well, one part of it. How was Merdeka race? You were well sick through it. No worries. Okay, get well soon though, Zanu.
Yeah, the Merdeka race was alright.
It's fine. If I'm gonna be
race.
honest, it's a bit low turnout, but you know what? I mean, it's a fun race, not in the competitive sense, but rather just messing around.
Yeah,
the
it's kind
final
of
10 minutes.
It was kind of a get together as well as you know, just us having fun. But
Yeah,
we did strike the lines of a bit goofing around too much, but hey, sometimes that just happens once in a while.
yeah, it's okay. We've had enough of competitiveness. Now it comes to casualness. Anyway, we're back to competitive racing for real. As we see, a driver in second place right now. Our top AM driver at the moment, Azrin. So he's currently 3/10 away from pole, from provisional pole at the moment. Doesn't look like he's gonna improve his time that much. In fact, he's actually losing a bit of time coming after that curb. So coming up to sector 3. Yeah, just so far it's really smooth, but I think like looking at a couple of McLarens, they don't seem to be liking the curbs here. You know, what are your thoughts though? Do you think?
McLaren's, they usually don't like the curves. They are pretty low on the floor, so they are pretty stiff. Looking at how Azrin's car is bouncing around, the setup's actually pretty stiff. I've driven some practices in here as well. I've noticed my car also bounces a lot here as well. Even though the undulations are a lot, actually the track favors a very stiff setup because of how much corners there is. You really need the stiffness to help rotate the car, especially on a very fast track. So I think it's up to the drivers to balance out their setup to see if they want a very stiff car or do they want a compliant car, and it just depends on how they're gonna have to manage this whole thing.
Uh-huh. Definitely. So yeah, the chat members are commentary. Pav not co-commentating. I think like Pav is busy today.
Yeah, unfortunately,
so...
Pav is a bit busy, so he's unable to join us tonight. But hopefully, he's able to join us next round. We'll have to see. Unfortunately, he's not here around this round. Oh yeah,
Yep.
according to No Hype, you want to join the Discord. Discord link's actually in the description, so you can actually join us.
Yeah, you can join our Discord in the
Oh, you're a
description.
kid. Well,
Oh.
it doesn't matter if you're a kid or not. At the end of the day, we're all here to race. But when you join, you still have to do our pre-qualifying, and you have to make sure that you are able to be competent on track.
Yeah, just be competent, and you know, if any incidents happen, just you know, take it to the chin. Yeah, because we had this. Okay, it is a bit of history lesson for y'all. It's not related to ACC per se, but you know, but basically this happened back in F1. Okay, so I believe it was season 2 of F1 MSRL. So I think like yeah, this. Okay, I'm not gonna name any names, obviously, but you know, that was one competitor in particular. I believe it was 14 or something. I can't remember, but yeah, let's just say that he had a bit of a short fuse. So you know, after a while, I think like it got. I think we got a lot of complaints, especially, and you know, we literally had no choice but to actually put some action to it. But it's okay, like I said.
At the
You
end
know,
of the day, we're all here to promote racing. Even at the end of the day, we don't. I personally don't care if you're a kid or not, but you have to learn. You have to show that you are able to behave yourself. You're able to be respectful in racing. You're able to race competently, competitively, and just overall have fun in community. I race with leagues that have kids in them that are like barely 15, 14. They are very quick. They are basically esports drivers, and that they are the best drivers that I've hung out with. So it's really up to the drivers, it's really up to your competency on track, and just have fun.
Right. Anyway,
do we host free
yeah, you
games?
can join.
Unfortunately, we don't. We are a sim racing league, so we do host races in F1. That's the new one. That's coming soon. And I take care of the Assetto Corsa / Assetto Corsa Competizione league, or generally the GT, the endurance league. So I'm taking care of that part, as well as Delvin's taking care of the F1 part. So we usually have 2 leagues coming back to back. But if you're interested, we don't really care if you're on a keyboard, on a controller, on a wheel. We just want to make sure that you are competent. We have pre-qualifying to do, and we need to make sure that you are within the realms of competency for us to allow you on track, because it will be dangerous for everyone involved if you are not competent enough.
Yeah, definitely. If you can even drive on a pilot joystick, that'd be fine as well. I mean, I as a controller player as well, I do drive on ACC with a controller, still am, even though I got a wheel now, but yeah, I'd say that, it takes a bit of finesse of the controller settings, but you know what, once you get used to it, once you've gotten the hang of it, you can actually be up there with the wheel drivers, so it's alright. I mean, if you feel like you're having a hard time with the controller, you can also save up for a wheel. I think a wheel is generally an easier time get used to. I just so happen to have I think it's 8 years already at this point with a controller since I began gaming in general. So yeah, I'd say that people shouldn't be surprised anymore. I still get comments. Speaking of what? Sorry.
Speaking of being young drivers, SRO Asian champ Daniel Tan, 16. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the SRL champs. I know a few SRL drivers. I know the North American ones. So they are pretty young. One of them just joined college, while the other one's working right now. They just finished their university. So we do have very competent young drivers, not here, but in the world. So it's definitely possible. I'm just going into the pits. I think they are done with the qualifying. We do have 4 minutes left into this qualifying session, and we don't really have much people improving. Farhan's coming in on the new lap, being 800s up, but I feel like the track's getting more and more stagnant, even though I think the grip is increasing, but we don't see much improved times, unfortunately. We do have a couple of drivers that are improving, especially Adib. Adib's now 2 tenths up. I think they found some time into the corner. Yep, it's still not enough, but you know, it's still some better than nothing.
A little bit early. I think like this corner is gonna be very important, especially the exit. Gonna see how some drivers gonna tackle this corner. They might be hopping on the curb.
This corner is really weird, where you have to actually brake on the apex, on the inner apex. That's how I found the most time. You have to brake on the inner apex, trail the car, make sure the car rotates really well. Make sure you don't activate the ABS too much, so that way you can put the power down, go as wide as possible without going off track, and get a good power out.
Yeah, we could go on board at the moment with Adib coming through sector 2. Ooh, dipping the grass a bit with that corner. You might need to watch out for that. But at the moment, he is actually en route to improving his lap time. Problem is, he has traffic ahead of him. So, you know, how will he fare in this one?
I think traffic's far enough for him to not be affected by it.
Yeah. Traffic should be far enough, but, you know, is like dirty air gonna be a thing? This
crosses line at 125. Definitely more time to improve.
Yeah, more time to improve, but I think like he might actually be improving a bit more. So, you know, he's already taking a bit of time to turn 1. So turn 1's still tricky as well. Turn 2, hairpin.
Definitely
you can run wide.
Definitely being a bit conservative. Coming down into...
definitely. Oh, turn 3 is... turn 3 is not carrying much speed on the exit, which is interesting. And also this corner as well. Like, oh,
it is a good run. The way they do it, it's good to run wide and cut back in. But with how much he was sliding, you can see basically abandoned his lap. No point.
Actually, I was gonna say that Naim is currently like 110.
Oh, it's wide.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say he's 110 up on his time, but I think like 110 up his time. He might be able to challenge the pole sitter at the moment, Raiden Shogun. But I think like as far as we know, I think Raiden is actually on a flyer right now. He's already 3/10 up on his delta at the moment. So I'd say that Raiden may have this in the bag, but we shall see in like probably
he doesn't
this
make many
lap.
mistakes. He might go into the 23s. Let's hope that's gonna happen. Really good exit.
Yeah, really good exit from there. Ooh,
down to Hawthorne.
really close.
Down to Westfield. Oh, cut the curb just right. Oh, getting as much track limits as you can.
Yeah, you can actually like extend more there, by the way.
Good, but I think that's gonna be a bit scary.
Yeah, it
down
is.
To the more fast right-hander.
Ooh, yeah, really.
Still 2.5 tenths up. Amazing. He might get into sub 23, 24s.
Yeah, sub 24s, but I think he's actually losing time to that sector. But no, on the exit. Okay, final corner. Where will he put himself into? Ooh, really? Just going right against the pit wall. 123.8. Amazing. Okay, that's definitely one of the laps of all time. Right.
Yeah.
Naim's definitely gonna do better. Naim's gonna definitely have to do better than this because he's currently improving on his time, but not enough to give Raiden a challenge. So yeah, currently going through the really fast right-hander. I think we should have a track map. I may have forgotten the names of the corner, but it's alright. I only know Paddock Hill because of that certain incident, which I'll not talk about.
I'll send you track maps while we talk.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's partly on me as well because I may have forgotten about it as well. The lap is a lap, I guess. Okay, 180. Nah, Zohai, just wait until ACC goes on sale. It's usually Usually very cheap when it's on sale. Okay, interesting. So yeah, I only know Paddock Hill. I never know about Pilgrim's Rise. Druids. Okay, Druids bottom bend, bottom straight, south bank. Hawthorne Bend, Portobello Strait, Westfield Bend, Dingle Bell, Dingle Dell, not
Dingle
Dingle
Bell
Bell.
Corner.
Yeah,
Yeah, they definitely have amazing names. Let me get you another.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
There is another map that's more easier for you to see.
Interesting. There's no corner name for the last corner. Interesting. That it's Clark. Okay, there you go. Yep, that should be alright.
Coming down into the end of qualifying, we do have a stacked field right now with Pilgrim at 123.8 coming in P1, 9.4 behind at P2, Azrin, our first AM driver here, at P3, Delvin behind them at P4, our Ferrari 95 Farhan at P5, Adib, our BMW at P6, number 89 Farhan that was doing really well in last week is now at P7. Hope they improve during the race. And Nabil closing in on the grid at P. First time here, rushing to get his wheels sorted out this week, but see how it goes. If you need a refresher on what the grid looks like in terms of its standings, here it is. We still have a very close fight for each other. Raiden is fighting very close with Naim. And the fight for P3 is still very close with Azrin, Farhan, Feldman, the other Farhan, as well as Adib fighting for it. We still have very close fights between P3 all the way down to P8. Very close points. I think it's up to anyone's game, so long as they keep earning points. They will not be affected by their drop rounds. And let's hope we get, good racing tonight.
Yeah, I mean, like, it can be a bit cautious for the entirety of the race, but of course, what is racing without risking,
That is true. But gotta make
right.
sure that you have a clean race, or else what's the point? That you'll get no points.
And
definitely, Brands Hatch is definitely a place where points are very important, and also track limits track position is really important because it's just too many. Way too many.
All right, so let's see. We can already tune into the race. The race broadcast right now. We can probably walk through the grid. So how many minutes do we have?
We have.
I think it's still on the. Yeah.
We have 7 minutes.
I think we can. Yeah, we can go back to the race broadcast. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we can do track walk for a bit. So yeah, we're gonna walk you all to throughout the grid. We are inside of of the guy in P2 in the front row, Amirul Naim. So yeah, we're gonna start with our pole sitter, Raiden Shogun. He's actually I think he might be able to seal the championship by this round if
if he gets a 25-point lead. I think he still has to fight for Silverstone, but who knows? On the jacks, and it's Naim.
All right, really so yeah, indeed, really nice livery. I think it pays homage to the F1, the F1 side of the grid as well. So yeah, Naim in P2. I'm not sure if he's gonna get a good run for this one, but we shall see when the race starts. Anyway, in P3 we have hang on. We have Azrin, so top AM driver at the moment. I think he's leading the championship as well. At the moment. So yeah, we might be able to see something from him. Well, we shall find out later on. Okay, really nice livery, the Ronin Racing, I believe. And yeah, next to us, P4, Dalvin. I think his car's up in the air for a bit, probably doing setup work.
In the jack.
This one? Yeah, it's up in the jack. I never noticed those wheels. I'm gonna be honest, they look a bit horrible on the Ferrari.
Wow.
Right. No, it's not the wheel colors, it's just the wheel in general. The rims. Okay, and then Ferrari Farhan, the number 95 Ferrari, okay, rocking a decently looking livery, I'd say, orange and brown. It's not my favorite colors, but what's more vibrant is is Adib in P6. I think this is Samantha Tan's car.
Yes, that is Samantha.
Yeah, because I remember Adib was running with the WRT livery last time. It was a white WRT. livery. So yeah, I mean he's definitely being the Sebastian Vettel back in Red Bull era, but instead of helmets we have liveries. Right. Moving down the grid, we have Porsche Farhan. Really unfortunate turn of events. I don't think it's his day, at least in qualifying at the moment, because in contrast, in very stark contrast, in fact, with last week. He's actually down there with our newcomer, not really newcomer, but like debutant for this season, uh, Nabil Nasran, now rocking in the 296 GT3. Now, one question I got for Nabil: where is the Maha Pro livery?
I don't think they are able to get the livery back in time.
Oh, that has to be sad. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna so that's it for the grid walk. Okay, we're gonna interview chat for a bit. Okay,
Seems
go
like a lot of the
Hasley.
drivers that are supposed to be on the grid are now here. Seems like they're a bit too free on the time.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Farm Ferrari needs support as well. Yeah. So we're gonna read the chat for a bit. Yeah. So if you all got any questions in the chat, you can hit us up. Or you got any inquiries, you can always go and chat. And yeah, if you haven't, if you want to subscribe to us, okay, if you've enjoyed the live stream so far, you can go and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, and of course, you can also follow us on our Twitter, IG, and our other social media as well, right?
And also, if you want to join us racing, even
Yeah,
though
we
we
have
still
our
have the last
Discord.
race next week, you can still join us for any future events. Our Discord
Yeah.
link is in the description below. Of course,
Yeah.
with all our leagues, at least the ones that I host, we all have to join in with a pre-qualifying. Pre-qualifying rules are pretty strict. So long as you are able to pass it, you're pretty much set to race with us.
Indeed. Okay, I'll do the Malaysian version of our stream. Okay, so siapa-siapa yang tengah menonton lagi tu, okay, kalau korang tak subscribe lagi kat kita punya YouTube channel, okay, korang bolehlah pergi subscribe. Okay, support like korang. Okay, like the video. Okay, go and like the video. And of course, kalau korang ada Discord, nak join kita orang racing, okay, boleh pergi kat kita punya description. Kita ada Discord punya invite link. Why do I sound more casual? Why do I sound nicer when I speak Malay? What the heck?
Because it's your
But it's
natural
alright.
tongue, not my natural tongue.
No, it's
even
funny
have a
because
natural
like it's funny because English is actually my first language.
tongue.
It's a weird one.
It
But
do
yeah,
be-
kalau korang ada
it
apa-apa
is
soalan kat dalam chat, boleh pergi tanya. Okay. Sementara tu kalau ada driver kat sini, okay, driver kat sini yang kat dalam chat sekarang ni, okay, kita interview seorang-seorang. Alright, I see. Okay, I see. I think Adib. Adib is there. Okay, so Adib, how do you feel for the race? Okay tak? Okay tak tu bang?
the mouth.
Yeah,
I
also
think Adib's a
subscribe to
bit.
New Big
I think Adib's a bit stressing out right now with 2 minutes on the grid.
It's alright. We have 2 more minutes. I think the drivers, they can probably take. I would say they can take a dump, but they take a dump. For me, at least, it's gonna be taking 10 minutes.
That's why we had a 10-minute timer for you to do some emergency technical weight saving before the race. That's why we have it long. Usually grids make sure to only have like 2 to 3 minutes. We are a bit more
Yep.
lenient. We give the drivers a bit more time. Get your strat ready. Go take some water. Go relieve some water.
Yeah, more money is good to keep the ACC server running.
Because at the end of the day, we are driving for 90 minutes. It is a 90-minute race, unlike any
Yep.
other league. So it is considered a mini endurance for some, and just a casual drive for others.
Oh, indeed. Newbie, looking at the chat, I'm looking at Zanoob's comment. He said, more money is good to keep the ACC server running. Do you think we should have a do it now QR?
The
now.
You
at this point we could,
I
we
wouldn't
could,
mind, but at the end of the day, it's not in it for money. So any sort of
Yeah,
help,
we're
I do
we're doing it
appreciate,
for
but
fun.
but I
Yeah,
don't
we're doing
really-
it for fun, but I guess,
I don't really
if
accept
we
it.
want to hire someone, we can actually do it if we want.
You can. It'll save me a lot of time from hosting, but hey,
Yeah, so far, I mean, all of us are just volunteers at the end of the day. I mean, I wish I could race, but I think like I don't think I'd be able to, cope with 2 racing series at the same time.
Ooh, those are rookie numbers.
Yeah, good for you because I'm not that pro. Yeah, I mean, I'm still on the game pad. I have my limits, alright.
I did Friday Night Lights, I did Endurance Champ, I'm doing RCI World Tour, I'm commentary for MSRL. Then some, and I still got a rally championship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a lot, and I'm still building a wheel. I'm still hosting stuff here, still managing the entire league here.
Yeah, that's all right. You know, Pro Kings. You
No.
should change your name to that.
I don't want to become Dow King.
They want to become what? Sorry.
Dow King is a different ACC driver.
All right, that's fine.
All right,
right.
we're starting off. The grid is starting out. We are going for a formation lap.
Okay, so now, you know what? What do you think is gonna happen for, you know, at least for the start of the race? I think midway through the race.
I think someone's gonna forget that they need to brake, and they're gonna send it on Paddock Hill Bend. That is a common race thing here. I've seen it in pro races. I've seen it in amateur races. Someone's gonna forget to brake, and it's not gonna be fun. But it is the nature of the series. We'll see how things go. I might need to repair the red flag if the grid is chaotic enough.
Yeah, indeed. Commentary team is always good company with the most entertaining segues into unrelated topics. Yeah, exactly. Hey, when's gonna be our podcast? Imagine if we could actually do a podcast perfectly without Pav here. I'd feel bad for him.
To be fair, I think and Pav is a very good addition. Unfortunately, we just run our mouth a bit too much for him to talk something, which is a bit unfortunate because I really like Pav's company commentary box.
Mm-hmm, indeed. I'd say Pav, you know, as I'm gonna tag him as probably the, you know, I would say the Crofty, probably the Murray Walker. Not with the legendary commentary, but you know, with the Murrayism of things. You know, the moment where you don't really, I would say, probably he doesn't remember much about the technicalities of racing. So you know, it's
he's
just
still trying to learn. Every time we try to give him an answer, something happens on track, so he doesn't really get to learn. Does it now?
Yeah, it's okay. Justice for Pav. Make it a hashtag on X or something. Alright, thank you guys for putting all this together. Dude, this Pav getting excited at formation lap. I mean, we could be excited for y'all, you know? So it's alright. We can probably host a podcast without Pav. I think we'll hook up Pav somewhere.
Alright. I still want Pav. Pav is definitely still the core team member here.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's just unfortunate. As we're coming out close to the final corner, it's gonna be very interesting with how close the grid is. Oh my god! Look at how big that BMW is compared to all the other cars here. At least it's not the Bentley, I guess.
I mean, I wish the grill is a bit smaller. Just saying.
I think the grill on the M4 is actually pretty nice. Not the road car, the GT car is actually.
Nah, the road car is horrendous.
Because of how narrow the road car is.
It would look nice as a Super GT car, so the Class 1. Too bad that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah,
I mean, it's there in R Factor 2, but yeah.
What is R Factor 2? Never heard of it.
Right, anyway, we're going green soon enough. Both of the drivers in the front row going side by side with each other, and now we go green for round 5 of MSRL. Oh, very close to the grass goes Naim, and he goes round the outside through Paddock Hill and takes the lead of the race. Interesting.
Oh my god.
It's very good. Oh, Naim, better watch out. He runs a bit wide through turn 2.
You're going to give him enough space.
Yeah, indeed. And on to turn 3. Oh, the driver's gonna have to tackle this really with massive finesse. And yeah, we're now seeing the battle for P3 at the moment. So we have Ferrari Farhan up into P4 right now. What has happened to Delvin, actually? Delvin's dropped down quite a few positions at the moment. But yeah, we're going to focus on the top 2 as they are really close to each other. Raiden Shogun, I think, had the worst of the starts. And coming through Sector 2, will he be able to keep up with Naim, who's currently leading the race at the start? You know, we still have 1.5 hours to go for the race. Still a very long way to go. Drivers have to make a pit stop. I think one pit stop for this race. Yeah, indeed. Oh, very close. So there's a battle for top for the podium position.
You notice that Farhan's now all the way up in P5. All the way from 7.
Yeah.
That was a dig and a half for them.
Yeah, nice. So now we have the battle of the Farhans going around again. Oh, this is gonna be super legendary. Right, coming on to the start-finish straight. Both Farhans are side by side. Which one of them are gonna prevail at the moment? Coming through Paddock Hill.
Nice fight.
The
Giving
Porsche
him
goes
tons
out
of
the
space,
inside
giving him too much
and
space.
goes
Oh my god,
up to
Delvin.
P4. Ooh, up to P4 goes Porsche Farhan. Oh, Delvin down the inside of
Farhan's definitely
Ferrari
really
Farhan
lenient
at the
here.
moment.
I think that's gonna
Yeah,
cost
I
him a
think
little
like
bit.
I think Ferrari Farhan's going buckling under pressure at the moment. Ooh, Nabil having a look on Adib. I think Adib is not really gaining any positions at the moment. He's probably playing it safe, or maybe he's just caught up with like a number of evasive actions around the track.
I think also the BMW also has an issue with cold tires because of how heavy the car is. You just really don't get much pace until the tires start to warm up. So I think it's going to take a while for Ade to start gaining back its pace. But remember, it is a 90-minute race. We all can have very good positions right now, but it's all about how you can survive this track. And we have seen time and time again during even practice and qualifying, not every driver can stay here for long. And it's all about the survival of the fittest. So even if you're as slow as a snail, as long as a driver in front of you can't handle the 90-minute race, you're just gonna take the positions sooner or later anyways.
Yeah, right. We are going to tune into Porsche Farhan at the moment, making strides for this race. But do you think he will be able to catch up to Asrin at the moment? And actually, as we wrap lap 2, as we go over lap 2 to start lap 3, Raiden Shogun is currently fastest out of everyone. Yeah, but by a 10th though. So yeah, we can see Raiden actually is trying to find a way to overtake the lead of the race at the moment, which is Naim. So Naim doing really well to cover off Raiden at the start. I think he had a better start going around the outside. A very wise choice actually. But you know, we were kind of expecting both of them to go side by side at some point. I think like probably they both had to play it safe. Right, coming on to the yeah.
Really. But I think
Yeah,
I think it's up to Raiden to decide what they want to do. They could continue to fight this, but I think Raiden will understand as well that if they continue to fight this, that they will get the grid close up on them. I think best right now is for Raiden to figure out a pace where he's able to not be impeded with Naim in front of him, as well as as Naim goes wide. As we say, it's all about survival of the fittest.
Spins out the race. Oh, what has happened? Oh, we have probably jinxed it. We are definitely we're definitely getting cancelled over this. Sorry.
Going into wide
Right.
and into the wall.
Yeah, it
he
goes
goes. Oh, it
wide.
barely misses the wall.
Taps the wall a bit. I think that's worth probably 1 or 2 seconds worth of damage.
Yeah, but
I think like
too much.
yeah, Naim has already buckled under the pressure of our current championship leader, Raiden Shogun.
He is gonna be laughing all the way to his championship trophy because that's gonna be all he needs to take away the season's win. But it's really just up to him.
Yeah.
It's up to see how Naim catches up. If he's able to catch up all the way back to P2, remember it is a 90-minute race. It is a lot of time to catch up. It's all up to Naim right now to make sure that he gets as little errors as possible. Slowly catch up the grid, overtake as much drivers as he can, and just haul back all the points he needs.
Yeah, right. With that out of the way, we are actually seeing the battle for 3rd position. So the final spot on the podium is currently being hounded by 4 drivers. So 4 drivers are in contention for P3. Yeah, indeed.
I know the grid's small, but holy heck, we do have a very good fight.
Yeah, I mean it's a midfield fight nonetheless, but you know we are definitely seeing one of the fights of a lifetime
Fight
for
to fight.
this one. Yeah, this is definitely turning into DTS content, but without the inaccuracies.
Hey.
Right. Anyway, we are spectating Porsche Farhan at the moment, the number 89 silver-colored Porsche. Still wondering if they have a custom livery or not, but
I might have to double
doubt
check.
it.
I might have done the loops. I forgot to do.
Yeah, that's alright. Anyway, the hyper velocity driver coming through Paddock Hill, I think that was a bit of tires. There was a bit of a tire mark going on, so I think like Porsche Farhan's definitely pushing it.
I think
through,
if you have the right setup,
corners.
the Porsche is definitely favoring this track. The setup that I have really likes it here. It's really squabbly, but it rotates just so nice around Brands Hatch. It's really such a track that needs the car to be very nimble, You need your car to be capable to be compliant with all the bumps that you have. If you see on the floor, it has been patched up, multiple times across its lifetime. And if your car is unable to handle the bumps during transitions, it really is going to hurt you a lot in this race.
Oh yeah, indeed. Right. So we are seeing still the battle for P3, but I think like P4 to P6 is actually closer to each other. And yeah, at the moment, I think we are looking on the rear view of
Delvin's closing in.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely has a better exit, a better run through the corner, but I think like where is he gonna overtake? So coming into the last corner, definitely not here, but he may be able to have a look a bit, have a bit of a sniff of that Porsche. Right.
Delvin's gonna have to find a place.
Straight.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Very close. Oh, bumper to bumper between the two drivers. I think like Delvin may have made contact with with Porsche Farhan.
I misjudged the corner as well. Getting himself pushed all the way back.
Very very bad time for everyone involved. But I think like Porsche Farhan still appears to stand ground against Dalvin at the moment. So yeah, Dalvin, really fast driver, but I think like unfortunately having been involved in a couple of mishaps, I would say most of it is his own doing, unfortunately. But I'd say that Dalvin really needs to find a way if he wants to at least get to Azrin actually in P2. So I think Azrin is probably in no man's land as we speak. He's currently cruising comfortably in P2, leader in AM in the AM class as of now, and of course followed by Farhan. So we have 2 AMs in the overall podium. This is gonna be a bit spicy, but you know what? What are the chances of pro drivers making a move on the AMs? Or do you think they're just gonna stay around? Oh, Dalvin! Oh, we just saw a glimpse of Dalvin.
Oh my god!
Oh no! Dalvin's going onto the grass. I think like he may have taken
take advantage of it,
and
he does, and he's gone.
Yeah, more grass that he can ever handle, I'd say. And
he's in the
down
himself.
Oh yeah. I think like these drivers are really pushing the limits, and sadly enough, Brands Hatch is an old school track, so
definitely gonna really fight you back if you push it too wide.
Definitely, they don't have any runoff area per se. The only runoff areas are just gravel.
Grass and gravel.
Grass. Yeah, grass and gravel.
And you should be thanking the gods. This is not iRacing, because the grass in iRacing is all slippery. It's also.
Look at Adib though.
Adib's gonna make a move. That's a very very ambitious move. And they touched.
They touched.
And they touched.
They touched.
Oh, and he's gone. And he's
we may have to see
that was a bit
happened earlier.
That was definitely a bit too late. Oh my god.
I don't think Dalvin notices it. It's just like there's no way 2 cars can fit there. I think like
and bump it.
Yeah.
To be fair, also I don't understand how Adib would try to make an overtake. That was actually a bit too ambitious. At the end of the day, we are in a endurance race. Even if you think that you are entitled for the position, it's best to always learn how to survive yourself. And unfortunately, these kind of incidents are a hit and miss. You might expect them to give you space, but remember, you're worried about the car in front, so why would you be worrying about the car behind? So you gotta think about it that way as well. So if you want to make sure that you don't get killed, is to always make sure that if you want to make an overtake, make sure that you are within the field of view of the other driver, or else it's basically pointless.
Yeah, I agree though. Anyway, looking at the lap times at currently, I would say that fastest driver on track at the moment is actually Raiden Shoga, 24.3. So he's currently doing sort of quali lap times around Brands Hatch. So yeah, I think it's possible to do like quali lap times around this track. It is after all a short a short racetrack per se. And but other drivers, I think like Azrin in P2 is currently like last lap time is in 26.4, so he's currently like 1.5 seconds down. Well, actually 2 seconds down on the race leader at the moment. So I think like drivers, I'm not sure if they're not pushing it to the limits or just trying to keep it safe in general. I'd say more on the latter side of things.
To be fair, it is hard to push that kind of pace at Brands Hatch unless you're really good at your input. So I expect Azrin to be in that pace, but it's all up to the cars behind as well. We do have a lot of pro drivers at the back. They are trying to catch up. And we also have Naim. Naim's also doing 24s. Last lap he did was 24.6. He is trying all his miters to catch up as soon as possible. Speaking of which, he's already within a second behind Nabil at P6. I think sooner or later he's gonna have to overtake Nabil, and I think it's up to Nabil to be sensible or not. Because at the end of the day, Nabil's not fighting for this position. He should
Actually,
be fighting
Nabil-
for survival as well.
I mean, true, but you know, in terms of positioning on track at the moment, they are fighting for position.
They
So I
are,
think like,
but-
Nabil will run wide. So yeah, they both are gonna have a run on the long back straight, and yeah, I think Naim already has the better exit and goes ahead to take P6. What has happened with Raiden?
my
Shogun?
God,
He has
Raiden.
spun! Oh, Raiden has spun from
And
the lead of the
Azrin takes
race!
it.
What just happened here?
Took too
Oh,
much
coming into
curve.
that corner! Oh, that
It
curve.
is Brands Hatch after all, and Brands Hatch is not. Oh, and he survives it. No damage.
Oh
I think it's
yeah!
gonna
Oh,
lose.
he survives it. Yeah, it's all right, but I think like another issue is gonna be his tires now. His tires might be a bit cooked, but we shall probably see later on. So now we have a new leader in the race, Azrin, an AM driver in the lead of round 5 of MSRL. So a lot of things are already unfolding without us even starting our podcast.
I think it's up to us for us to see if Azrin's gonna crack under pressure.
Oh, will Azrin cut under pressure? Yeah,
I think it'll be smart for Azrin to let Shogun by mainly not because of fighting for overall, but mainly because of the pace difference. He can defend. He can be annoying, but at the end of the day, it's gonna, as a M driver, if you're not really confident if you're driving yourself, it's best to just relieve as much pressure as you can. You know, be consistent. Make sure that your lap times are up there, so that you don't have to worry about the guys behind you.
Right. You know, I was gonna say, what's my perspective as a driver? Defend with all your might. I mean, even though it's not against an AM driver, but still, you know, overall, like you said before, it still counts. You know, whether it's an AM or pro driver. So
Definitely
you
still
know,
counts.
Azrin. I think Azrin may actually defend this position. I'm not sure if he's realized it, but
I think
I believe
he would definitely defend for it, but I think at the end of the day, it's more of us asking how futile is this defense, because at the end of the day, you remember, Shogun's practically 2 seconds faster than Azrin.
yeah, Shogun's last lap time is a 25.4.
Oh my god.
Why? What happened?
Azrin just did a very small snap there, Paddock Hill Bend.
Yeah, I think it's all right to go slightly wide on the exit of Paddock Hill. Don't think it's gonna be much of an issue. And as we see, Naim just eating the outside curbs like it's breakfast.
He's an
Right,
AMG
going
after
through
all.
turn 2. Yeah, indeed, AMG, or rather, like most of the front engine cars in general, can eat curbs for breakfast. What is the you know? What are the exceptions of the front engine cars that cannot eat curbs? I can only think of the M6, but that's rather
cars
because
that
of the
cannot eat
power.
curbs. Actually, it depends on what setups you make as well. The reason why the front engine cars can take curbs more is because you have the weight of the engine in front of you. So what happens is when you take a curb race very hard, the weight of the front engine makes sure that your car doesn't go up in the air. So unless you have a very low bump stop, which because of the recent patch in 1.9, they have fixed the way how bump stops work. This means that actually a lot of the cars that you think you can take curbs actually don't take curbs as much now, given how you set up your car. So actually, if you know how to set up your car to be, you know, responsive, you actually can make front engine cars that don't take curbs. The BMW that I drove, the setups I made, I practically made it unusable on curbs.
Oh,
But
that's very wide
It
from.
doesn't mean that you can't not take curbs. The cars that can take curbs here usually are the BMW, the AMG, what else? The Bentley is also a very good one, but actually, surprisingly, the Bentley, the Nissan, as well as the Lexus, they don't really like curbs as much, mainly because of how light their rear weight is. So even though the fronts can take the front of the curbs, the rear will step out, and that will definitely cause an issue for people driving those cars.
Okay, so now we are at the point where Raiden's already nose to tail with with Azrin, who's the current leader of the race, after making a mistake at the beginning of Sector 3, and he's definitely making sure that he does not repeat the same mistake. I don't think he will, but we shall probably see about that. I think like Monsieur has pointed out a bit. Raiden's human after all. Must have been the Proton Saga from last night messing his jive.
Maybe it is definitely a big realm of difference from a production car that rolls like it's made out of bedding for springs compared to this stiff little thing. It's definitely a very big difference.
Right, ooh, Raiden just looking down the inside of Azrin, but I think like he's just looking for a way to get past Azrin. What will Azrin do? He's already starting to defend, but he's going down the inside of.
I think he has to be sensible. I think Raiden might want to try to make a very good run, especially on this next corner. I think the differences most drivers. Oh my god!
Happened. Oh my goodness! Oh. That's not really looking good. We already have a collision on Paddock Hill. So yeah, Adib and Nabil running side by side. Okay, Adib down inside. Oh my goodness! He just understeered into Nabil. So not looking good for the two drivers down in P7 and P8. Right, we shall go back to the battle for the lead of the race.
Good save for both of them.
2/10 of each other, of the two McLarens. So currently McLaren 1-2, manufacturers definitely liking this, but of course the two drivers, even though they're in different class, they are definitely fighting for the overall lead of the race. So we shall see how it unfolds. Okay, current championship leader, Raiden Shogun in P2, sniffing probably the McLaren, the AM McLaren of Azrin at the moment. Lots of support for Azrin at the moment. Oh, he's definitely defending for his life.
Parking the bus just nice.
Yeah, parking the bus just nicely. I think like Raiden was flashing a bit. Is just saying get out of the way to Azrin.
He's definitely not liking the fact that AM driver is defending, but it is a fair game. He is still getting points for overall points.
Yeah, it is still for position at the end of the day, so I'd say go for it. We're all in for hard but fair racing. I think as long as these two drivers keep it clean, they should be fine. And we also actually have another battle for third place, in fact. So we have Porsche Farhan and Dalvin coming on to the long back straight. For this fast right-hander, they definitely must not touch the inside curb for that one. I think both drivers are, just complying with that.
Oh my god!
Oh, Melvin, just a bit of a snap oversteer on the exit. Yeah, they definitely saved it, but I think may have lost a bit of time. I think not much time has been lost. Probably, I think Dalvin's actually faster than Porsche Farhan to some of these corners.
Yeah, Porsche. I think the Porsche set up a little bit too safe.
We now have a battle for the lead of the race. So looking out inside, Raiden Shogun on to Paddock Hill. Ooh,
I was gonna say on the hairpin though. Nah, it's too far.
Oh, look at Azrin. Is he gonna defend? Oh, he's definitely defending it. Oh, just parks the bus on the inside. Oh, definitely not giving the pro driver any room whatsoever.
I think it's up to Shogun to think about doing a undercut, because at this point we are in the realm of the possibility of an undercut. We do have a full tank that can get you an hour, maybe 70 minutes, and we are less than 70 minutes in. So it's really up to Shogun to think about it. Does he still want to fight for this? Does he want to start planning about maybe pitting early, get Azrin out of the way as soon as possible and just go for it? Because at this point, getting stuck behind him is like half a second to a second slower. So what's the point of losing it all now, where you can get into the pits, get the tires done, and then after that worry about the tire wear later down in life, as we see Singh.
Goes on to the gravel. I think he's buckled under pressure as well.
Yeah, definitely getting frustrated by the fact that there is not much overtaking here. It's really basically the Monaco of GT racing.
Yeah, nice defending from Azrin. Yeah.
It's fair. It's fair. It's not weaving under braking. He just knows how to park the bus just right to be annoying for Raiden trying to figure out where he should go in this position. Oh, as you see,
a
slide
bit of a slide. Both of them actually sliding on the exit of
Raiden's overcooking his tires a lot at this point. Looking at it.
Yeah, I think staying behind the car is not really doing a lot of justice for Raiden at the moment.
Yeah, Raiden's also definitely cracking under pressure. He's trying to get past him as soon as possible, but he just can't. There's no point flashing him. I mean, he's allowed to, but there's no point doing it because it's up to you to overtake him. It is for positions after all.
Right. So I think look into sector 2, both of them are rather equal. Okay, despite the distance that they got at the moment, which is probably like a few meters between them, it does look like Azrin's taking a bit of a tighter line in terms of performance. I think Azrin's actually avoiding the drainage curves.
Yeah, he is. He's a bit more safe. I think Raiden's definitely taking as much curb as possible. I think it's kind of why he spun out in the first place, because Azrin's a bit more safe, he's a bit more slow. Oh, is he gonna take it? No, he's not doing it.
Raiden's going down inside. Oh, they almost went side by side to Paddock Hill. I think I see a lot of time marks in that spot. I think Raiden's been taking that spot. Oh, going down inside goes. Raiden Shogun, will he do the
He knows how to bully him.
Oh yeah, right, Azrin. Is he gonna go down inside? This is flashback already to the first race of the season of MSRL ACC. Oh,
amazing fight
round
for
the
both of them.
outside. Round the outside goes
and he's gonna send it again.
Shogun.
Nope, and he's gone.
No, Azrin's not gonna send it. I think I think he already decides he's had enough.
Amazing fight for the both of them though. Really respectful for each other.
Yeah, indeed. We can actually watch the replay for a bit. Okay, down the inside goes. I think they touched a bit. Yeah, they might have touched a bit and goes down the inside. Okay, Azrin. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah. I think Azrin may have thought about sending it, but I think may have thought better of it.
Yeah.
I don't think sending it here. I don't think the inside line is actually better for this particular corner.
It will not, but it will definitely hold them up, and then it will give you more chance to start taking the corner there as well.
Right, so going back to Azrin at the moment, he's still under 1 second, but I think Raiden may as well just pull away, pull a bit of a gap to the AM driver in P2. So, we still have, a little bit more than an hour to go. Of course, we are treated to one heck of a race.
Yeah, it's definitely been a very eventful first half an hour. It is Brands Hatch after all, so we do expect very close, very tight racing here. It's a very short track. You will finish the lap in less than 1.5 minutes. So you just see drivers taking lap after lap after lap, and it exposes the drivers to more risky corners like what you see here. There's a lot of corners here that might look like there's AstroTurf as Delvin taking track limits to its absolute limits. And yeah, it's all up to how the drivers, attacking and defending to see if they can survive the pressure. Because it's not your simple wide Silverstone, it's not your very big change, very wide Kyarami, it's not your very safe Spa de Francorchamps. So it is really up to how the drivers take these corners, as we see Delvin cutting
That is a lot of curb.
That is a lot of curb, but it is,
Delvin,
I think it is still legal. So long as he keeps the car right, he is able to take it there.
I mean, the white lines are, no, not the white lines, the end of the curves are the track limits after all. Right, I think Delvin's actually really close to, oh no, I don't think he's going to send it here, but he might try for a better exit than the Porsche driver in P3. As we can see, I think we can ride, okay, we can ride on board with Delvin. Is he going to go down the inside of Paddock Hill? Ooh, that is, closes the door last minute as the Porsche driver. But can we see a dive down to turn 2? Oh, it's happening.
It's happening.
It's definitely
and he overshot it. He overshot it. Tap on the back.
Oh yeah, tap on the back. I think is the Porsche driver gonna go for it?
Oh,
Ooh, that's
squeezed him
very
out.
close. Yeah, squeeze them out. Oh, Dalvin just goes
A
oversteer.
bit naughty on Delvin's part.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, I think it's still fair game.
But he
At the
made
end
it
of the
work,
day.
he made it stuck.
Yep, he made it stuck, and now Dalvin's up to P3.
Uh-huh.
Right, a bit of a flash of the light to show for a bit of showmanship to the audience, right? I hope you all definitely enjoyed this, really bonkers of a race. Okay, let us know what you think of this race so far in the chat. Okay,
If you like what you see, definitely give us a like. Definitely
give us a
out.
like, give us a subscribe as well for our YouTube channel. Do follow us on our social media pages as well.
Yeah, definitely more
Right, and-
seasons to come. Oh, that's a lot of curves. Delvin, you just got the position. You gotta make sure you survive it, or else there's no point in
Dalvin, at
fighting so
least
hard.
wait for us. Wait
Oh
for us.
my god, Farhan.
Ooh, Farhan,
These
you
twos are really
too.
sending it seems.
You both. Wait until we finish our promotion, right? Just kidding. But yeah, I do hope you all enjoyed, this edition of the Brands Hatch race. Okay, this edition of MSRL ACC. Definitely some very fun moments to look back on. How many races do we have remaining on the calendar? Actually, we have only like 1 or 2 races.
You only have one
remaining.
race left. The next race is Silverstone 2. But
Right.
after that, we're gonna have a long break before we have a new season. But it's always gonna be a fun new season. Oh my god, Delvin, what are you doing?
Dalvin.
Oh my god, don't cross the track like that. Oh my god.
Oh, down inside goes Porsche Farhan. They're both side by side coming to the corner. Oh my goodness. I'm not sure what is going on with Dalvin at the moment.
Delvin is sleeping on the wheel, that's what's happening.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's because of work fatigue. I mean, for one, that might be a thing, but
It's called not thinking that TC is for wusses when you
Ooh.
really need it. It's time to turn on the TC when you actually need it, buddy.
Does he not turn on his TC though? That's the thing.
He is really adamant on using as little TC as possible.
Oh, that's a slide. Oh yeah, Dalvin. This is not the time to do some showmanship. You know,
Yeah.
you have a card over there. You have a podium at stake as well.
It's
Right.
a good fight for Farhan though, so it's like it's just a game of ping pong at this point. See who survives the most.
Definitely. Oh, something has happened to
Oh my
the other
God.
Farhan.
What's
There's
that?
been a collision actually. Right, what has happened here? I don't think there was a collision. Oh, there's a
That
bit
was
of
the
grass
grass.
there. Yeah, I
That is the
think.
grass.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, the car unsettles itself.
Oh, and then there's a hit to Adib. Poor Adib.
Oh yeah, that's the worst thing that can ever happen to you. Like you
Rest in
just take
pepperonis.
evasive action, and you just get tapped into. Yeah, looking at Farhan at the moment. Okay, Ferrari Farhan. He's coming into the pits for repairs.
For repairs, for tires, now's the time. If you're gonna repair, you know what, just might as well do it. Get your mandatory pits done, get your new tires, get your new fuel. You have an hour left in the race anyway, so you definitely still can get this go done.
Yeah, tires have left the chat. Yeah,
Definitely
definitely. They have left the chat already by now.
I think a few drivers here definitely have worn out tires. We have Naim who spun, we have Shogun who spun, and Delvin's one of them that spun as well. I think, does anyone in this grid have not spun? Azrin has not
I
spun.
think half of the grid has already spun.
Sounds like Bathurst all over again.
I mean, it's just your average MSRL race at this point.
They all need to be more consistent. My
Right,
god.
as we speak, we are actually, speak of the devil, Naim is actually making up some ground after all the shenanigans that has happened so far. And yeah, he's currently up to P5. So for context, to everyone who just joined the live stream, so Naim actually he qualified in second. Actually took the lead of the race at the start, but he buckled under pressure from Raiden Shogun, our current leader of the race. And yeah, he's currently making up some ground. At one point he was down to last. Now he's up to P5 and currently is in the fight for the podium position.
I think
actually-
the wear on these tires have been going. The lap times are definitely dropping. We see Raiden's doing 25.1 on his last lap, and then Naim's doing 25.4s. I think with all the tire wear that this track gives, as well as the temperatures rising, we are seeing cars starting to struggle. That's why we see cars trying to slide. We see cars trying to go wide. So it's definitely something the drivers have to take into account as they continue on in the race.
Right, so I think like yeah, battle for top 3 at the moment. Both drivers, all 3 of the drivers are separated within like what, 2 seconds, under 2 seconds actually. Yeah, at the moment, Delvin, I don't think he's gonna afford to make another mistake at this point because he has another car position behind him. And yeah, currently he's still a bit faster than the Porsche driver in P3, but of course, it's one part
Oh
of the
my
challenge.
God.
Oh my goodness! Oh, Delvin, what was that entrance to the pits?
Oh,
You might
he
have
might
sped.
have spot in the pit lane.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to see next round when he comes out, but that just means Naim gets to get his position. Race.
Yeah, Naim's gonna have to climb up the order as soon as possible. I think like he has 13 seconds between himself and the lead of the race, Raiden Shogun. So Raiden, after a brief spin that he had earlier, I think he lost the lead of the race at one point, and he had to overtake Azrin, our current AM driver, so our current AM leader in the race. Yeah, definitely took a bit of a while, but he made it stick and is now back in the lead of the race. Will he have absolute control of the race? Well, we shall find out.
We shall see. We shall definitely see.
Yeah, we should definitely see. At the moment, Naim is currently on the back of the Porsche driver, Porsche Farhan. All right. Yeah, going through those two corners.
Already within a 10, or within 5 tenths. That is, to see how much big of a pace difference. Now it's up to Naim to see if how good he has at overtaking.
Oh,
my God,
look at that! Oh, it's better on the brakes as well. I'll say better on the brakes, more like a better on entry in general.
Speaking of which, Delvin did not get a penalty. That's sick.
Huh?
I think
wow,
he just stopped just in
barely.
time. That no, he hit the wall enough to stop.
I think he's probably net code. Oh, ripped the ball out.
That flight.
Yep.
Or
That
he might
Pollard
have taken a book out of my move of taking the pits. It's by taking a chunk off the wall. Definitely slows you down. Definitely better than a stop go 30. Take a bit of damage, but hey, whatever gets the work done, you know.
I mean, it's just 4 10s, they say. Yeah, it looks like took it like Monza turn 1. Oh, exactly. Yeah, it does look a bit like Monza turn 1.
It is.
Right, we're riding on board with Naim at the moment. He's currently battling with Porsche Farhan for 3rd position, and of course, I think the Porsche is actually struggling a bit with the tires.
Depending on how you set up the car, you can still make the car eat front tires like crazy. So
yeah,
that is possible.
Looking at the corner entry from earlier, it does not look smooth. It looks a bit, I'd say, twitchy.
For the Porsche?
Yeah.
Default setup for the Porsche is a bit twitchy. It is relying on really stiff springs, which is not the meta for this season. But it's still serviceable if you're new to racing. But it definitely makes the car really responsive. It makes the car a bit undrivable for some drivers, but hey, seems like Farhan's doing really well with it. So I think it's just up to the fact that he needs to compensate for a lighter front weight, as well as the fact that his tires are starting to wear out as well. We are more than 35 minutes into this race. If you're in a sprint race, this is usually when you will change your tires. But we are in a 90-minute race. This means that people like Adib are starting to pit in, starting to change his tires. And then for people, depending on how you set up this race, some people might say, let's do a 30-minute sprint and then switch ourselves into a 60-minute endurance. Some will say they want to do a half and half, where 45 minutes. Or some might just say, you know, screw it, let's do the endurance first and then do the sprint. And it's all up to the drivers. We all won't know where each other's track positions are until the very end of the race. So it's definitely something to look out for this.
Right. So yeah, I think at the moment I was gonna say the race has kind of settled down at one point. But well, while we're watching the battle for P3 at the moment, you know, we can actually start up our podcast. So what's our topic for today? Of course, the Merdeka celebration. I think some of you all have seen videos of the Merdeka parade up in Putrajaya. Yeah, the Abab Bomber definitely stole the show.
I definitely have not seen any single Merdeka celebration video at all because I'm definitely a hermit when it comes to local news. Oh, as you see Farhan go wide.
Oh yeah, Farhan
we
goes
should do more
wide.
podcasts because it seems every time we start a topic, something happens.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, everyone in chat, come on, start whatever topics that you have in mind. Okay, if y'all want more chaos, just start topics. Okay, start
S9
topics.
tries to
We're
give
doing
it a send.
podcasts now. All
Come
right,
on,
but yeah,
Naim, give it a send. You know you can do it.
I think Naim may as well just hold back for the time being. Probably play around with Farhan. That seems a bit counterintuitive, but you know, if he gets the work done, might as well. You know.
And try to pressure Farhan just enough so that you don't even need to do the overtake. You just need to scare them enough for them to make a mistake. The only problem is that if you make them make a mistake in the wrong place, they might collect you. Not ideal. Oh,
Right.
so much curve.
Yeah, so much curve compared to the Porsche. I think in fact, Adib right behind is actually okay. It's a lap car at the moment, but we can actually see how he takes how Adib takes the curbs. Actually, almost the same as the Porsche too. You know. Oh, you actually saved the replay. I saw that. Okay. Oh, okay. So Naim going down the inside of Paddock Hill. Oh, has a look.
That's
has
just a
down
small
the
look.
inside.
Just scare Naim just a little bit.
Ooh, may have gone slightly into the grapple. It's a point. Ooh, that's a bit close. I think like Farhan's also defending for his life against Naim.
I think Naim should really think about doing this, or I think Naim should really think about pitting in because there's no point fighting right now. Where if he wants to get past as soon as possible, that is
down the
definitely
inside.
not the ideal because you're wasting precious time. You are lapping at 126 when you're supposed to be lapping at 124s. So you are losing precious time. I think it's really ideal for Naim to think about if he wants to pit now, you know, get this all over and done with, maybe repair some of the damage if he has any, and just, you know, go for another push. If he's able to undercut Farhan, he's going to have a very strong push to go find Azrin in front instead of fighting for P3.
Yeah.
And besides, if we have any issues right now, Adib's going to be right and behind taking advantage of all the issues that you're going to have. But I think it's important for Naim to really factor these things that he has around him as well. I love to see them.
Yeah, I would say that you know, I'd say that the more time Naim spends behind Porsche Farhan at the moment, he's gonna definitely I don't know, probably lose positions.
He definitely will. Oh, as we see,
Yeah,
Farhan making a mistake.
oh, down inside, almost for Naim at the moment. Okay, we should probably start the podcast now.
Come on.
Right, anyway, yeah, about the podcast. We were talking about the Merdeka celebration that happened yesterday. So, you know, all fun. I find it a bit odd that they don't hold it they don't hold the parade at their usual place in Dataran Merdeka. But,
Where's it
you
this
know,
time around? Oh, they did it in Putrajaya.
they did it at Putrajaya, yeah. They're doing it at Putrajaya.
Definitely a bit odd.
Yeah, and you know, I'm more surprised at the fact that people actually came over like what 3 o'clock in the morning just to watch a parade.
I mean,
I don't mind.
To be fair, I think it's the first.
Ooh, a bit wide from Naim there, but you know, definitely has to make more time.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Definitely
I
the
think-
first time that we're having it in Putrajaya, so I think a lot of people are going to come in at earlier times.
Indeed. So we see Nabil coming in for his mandatory pit stop, and yes, to those who just watching, our races definitely have mandatory pit stop. I believe like it's tire change only.
It's actually you're required to change your tires, but you are in an 90-minute race. Your tires and your fuel will not survive this, so you will have to change both regardless.
Yeah, true. Dua tiga ikan masin. Go Asri.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely a lot of support
supporters this time
for-
around. We have supporters for Adib, we have supporters for the BSRL team, we have support for Mr. Azrin. Definitely a lot of supporters this time around. It's
Yeah,
cool.
Azrin currently, well, it's actually 2/10 off of Raiden. So, Raiden's last lap time. So,
Azrin's
I think
actually
he's
oh my god.
keeping it clean as we say that. He's run super wide, but I think it should be alright. It should be alright because, like, the outside of that curve in particular is not.
Not slippery. There is some faux curve there.
Ooh, whoa,
my
that is so much curb. from Naim, from the AMG driver.
Definitely lost a little bit of control.
Ooh, yeah,
Oh.
look at that! Oh, it snapped a bit.
And then Abdul's
Naim's
gonna take
already
advantage of
snapped
it.
slightly.
You should really start thinking about
Naim's
pitting right now.
Thinking, yeah.
I think his tires are gone.
definitely. Yeah, tires are definitely gone for the Mercedes driver. So I think like yeah.
Oh my
Naim
god.
should pit. Oh, he's not pitting. He's
Not
actually
pitting.
run wide as well. Again.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, he's doing a Delvin as well. Yeah, he's doing a repeat of what Delvin did.
Yeah, the last
early in
corner
the
is really
race.
tricky because once you go wide, it's really hard for you to reel yourself back in. And I think
Yeah,
Naim's
it's
definitely
wide
cracking
again.
under pressure. I think the tires are actually really gone. It doesn't help like, the amount of time, the amount of pressure you're putting on the tires. That there's just no time for the tires to cool down. So it just keeps on
Yeah.
piling and piling and piling, and you just get tires that just overheat over and over and over again.
Yeah, Naim's going like super wide through some of these corners. I think I should probably go and check the onboard as well.
Might
He
just
definitely
lost
doesn't
grip.
go wide through this corner, which is interesting. I think through the fast bits, for most corners, with fast bits, should be like really, really wide.
He's very ambitious though, driving the AMG at a very low TC. You can see on the dash right here, it's running on TC3. Usually when I was driving the AMG, I was running on 6 TC.
Actually, Newbie, since you have controls, you can actually probably go free cam.
Where do you want to go for cam?
Oh no, the chase cam. That's what I meant.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah, you can definitely do it like that. No, go to the dash, the cockpit. I mean.
Yes.
Yeah,
this one.
you probably see the TC there. It's 3. Looks like TC3.
The TC3 is on ABS-C. ABS is good, but TC is actually on the low side. Working really hard, but if you really want to make sure that you don't spin out, 6 and above is usually where I drive. This car really
TC is working.
loves the low TC. Very love the high TC on this car.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think? Oh, yeah, that's a snap. It's a snap of obviously on exit. Yeah, still overpowering. The power is too much for the TC for the time being. But yeah, then again, it's just the tires most likely.
I think it's time for Naim to realize that he is losing too much time. He really needs to hit now.
Yep. Either that, or you know, he might as well. Something tells me he's waiting for the 45-minute mark.
He definitely is, but at this point, if you really think about it, is it really worth waiting for that much when you're losing points a lap, especially right now, with how bad the tires are? Especially thinking about it, you did spin at the start of the race. You definitely lose a lot of tire wear from that spin alone. At that point, you should really adapt to it. But I guess it's where racing is. It's about how fast you can adapt, and if you can't adapt, this is what's gonna happen. It's gonna end up being slower, and then you're wondering why are you slow even though the answer is already right in front of you. And I think it's time for Farhan coming in for the pits.
Farhan's pitting.
I think they should really wake up not Azrin. They should wake up Naim to think about pitting. He definitely needs to get past him, so why not pit now and do a overcut.
Yeah, while we're watching, while we're watching the action, there's still more for P7. So Nabil currently doing well, sort of fine, I'd say for his first race of the season. Yeah, currently in P7. Okay, if you see him in the silver class, don't mind it. It's actually in the pro class, but due to server settings,
we ran out of white stickers. What I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we ran out of white stickers, so we can only paint like 50% of it.
Yeah.
Yep. Average MSRL's was it typical MSRL workday? Yep, we ran out of white paint, so here's just silver.
But yeah, really close fight for these two. Surprise?
Yeah, close fight between the Ferraris.
Has Nabil have any incidents this race other than the one with Adit?
Nabil, I believe he has with Adit actually.
Yeah, it's the only one incident, right? But
Yeah,
I
it's
think
only
even
one incident.
other than that, Nabil's been doing really well, really consistent.
I'd say none of his own doing, in fact. And yeah, both Raiden and Azrin both are pitting for tires. So at the moment, yeah, they both are coming in for a change of tires and a splash of fuel. Oh, they just went.
And Naim just passed them all with a 1.
Yeah, Naim is now in the lead of the race. So
you
yeah,
even see him
definitely.
overtake Adit. Damn.
Yeah, he already overtook it. He's already woken up somehow. He's having his Yamato bro moment in the movie. Not gonna spoil it, of course.
Bruh.
If you've watched the Gran Turismo movie, yeah, what do y'all think of? Actually, no. It should probably be spoiler free. But of course, you know, I've already went to watch it. All I'm gonna say is, all right, if you're a casual fan, if you're not much into motorsports, it should be all right. Okay, it's a nice movie, I'd say. But as a racing fan, okay, as a motorsports fan, it really hurts. It really hurts his soul.
I mean, that's always been the case. That's why I've been expecting it to be. It is
I'm
for
gonna
the
say
casual
it's a bit worse than DTS. I'm sorry.
I mean, to be fair, it is a movie after all, so can't really say too much
true.
about it. But coming back into this, Farhan is really close to Nabil, like 2/10 right now. I think it's all up to Farhan to see where he can send it, and hopefully not kill Nabil. Nabil has been, I'd say, I'm really impressed with how clean their racing is right now. But it's all up to the drivers around him to make sure that he doesn't get killed.
Right, so Raiden's already out of the pits. He's already like what, 36 seconds now at 34. Oh, Naim's coming in.
Oh, as you can see just now, did Nabil go for a slide? No, he did not. Oh, you see that slide? I think I saw that.
I think he did. Give me a sec. Okay, we could probably check here. It was probably a slide.
Nah,
not really.
Just the camera.
Okay, it wasn't much. I think like actually there was already an overtake happening earlier. I think it was oh wow. Oh, there's a nice battle going on. We may have missed it.
As we were doing the replay.
Yeah, whoa, that's a bit
my god.
oversteery. Oh, Nabil's gonna have a send. Oh, he's dreamt of this scenario ever since season 1. Oh, I remember this.
Send it
right
on the hairpin.
Yes, sent it on the hairpin. Amazing. You know, we should probably we should go back like a few more seconds just to see what the battle looks like. I think we should go. Oh no! I don't think we should. We're not gonna do it the second time. Right. Probably Farhan goes down the inside of Nabil, but both of them. Oh my god, they are going side by side onto the long back straight. Woo, this is gonna be turning into a very, very heated battle. Coming onto the fast right-hander, Ferrari Farhan has the edge.
Oh my god!
Over Nabil, but I think like that was very close between both of them. I think we could probably watch the onboard of Nabil at the moment. Oh my goodness, they're actually almost side by side, but Nabil has a look. But
Nabil's fighting every corner he can, but he never thought about thinking he should.
Yeah, I think Nabil. Okay, for me, I've raced Nabil before. All I can say is like okay, when he's going into battles and such, he's definitely gonna go into the next corner. So just try to like block the next few corners if you can. Yep, I've raced him in F1 and ACC as well. I think like our first ever race in Brands Hatch. It was a preseason.
And
Nabil spun.
And Nabil spun it.
Well, I'm not sure what has happened there, but I think
a little bit of
snap oversteer.
A little bit of snap oversteer. Oh my god, please don't get someone killed.
No one's on the map right now. So he's definitely in the clear so far, but he has Azrin behind him. So
gonna give him a blue flag.
Yeah, indeed. So this is our timing screens at the moment. Yeah, Raiden Shogun leads the race from Azrin. Azrin is 10 seconds away from Shogun at the moment, followed by Dalvin in P3. And P4 is Naim. I think Naim actually overtook Farhan for P4. That's about time.
It is definitely about time, but I think Naim still definitely has more ground to cover. He definitely needs to get past Delvin as well as Azrin.
Yeah, Naim's now like what, 24 seconds.
He's in the 24s, but oh yeah, he is as well.
Yeah, 24 seconds, and he's not doing 134s. He's doing 130s.
Is he in front of 24? I don't think so. I think he's
the last lap. Last lap was 130.
Oh, yeah.
So something may have happened at some point. We may have missed it, but you know what? It's alright. I think like we can probably review it and replay. Right. So at the moment, yeah, Raiden. I think Raiden's the only one who's in the 24.6s in the second stint. So Raiden definitely keeping a very consistent time. He is yeah, in the 24s. So far, the other cars behind, they are in the 25s. The next car 25.2 from Azrin last lap, and we can actually see Azrin coming up to lap Nabil Nasran. Definitely giving a flash to indicate blue flags, but I think that's probably a bit too far. So if you're a bit uninformed about blue flag situation, it's a bit different in F1 compared to F1. F1, since they're very fast cars and such, they're definitely obligated to like give way. But in GT3s, they don't have to. So we may see some blue flag shenanigans.
You're not allowed to fight it, but you are also not obligated to let them to give way in a sense. You are
like,
forced to be predictable. You are required to be predictable, but you are not allowed to fight defending for the position. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean if say Azrin laps Nabil and takes him out in the process, well, Azrin is gonna get the fault of it because he's doing it in an unsafe manner. Unless if Nabil, like, say, swerves into him, yes. Yeah.
So it's all up to the incident, but it is really up to the lead car to overtake in a very safe manner.
Yeah, it is a bit of a two-way street when it comes to blue flags in GT3. So yeah, we should probably keep an eye on Nabil. I'm not sure how he does in blue flags. I doubt he's gonna let him go.
A bit too far.
Yeah, a bit too far. I think like may have to wait until they're alongside each other. Then probably Nabil has to give way. At the moment, it does not look like the Ferrari driver is going to do so. I think like Azrin, well, losing a bit of time to Raiden Shogun.
Now's about the time.
Yeah, now's about the time that Nabil is going to have to give way. Will he give way? I think he's already moving over to the side, but
yes.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah,
that's a sensible blue flag. They give props to Nabil.
That's how you blue flag. Definitely how you blue flag. Look,
I would have let them by a bit earlier, just so you don't compromise yourself on the next corner. But it's good, give them, make sure that they are really close, make sure that they are ready, then just let them by. Really nice pick.
Yeah, really nice. So back to the lead of the race, Raiden Shogun. I think we see another Ferrari Farhan as we speak. Right, so Raiden definitely has a driver to clear out of, but I think he's in a very comfortable position at the moment. And yeah, lapping into 25.6 is still is one of the most consistent drivers around so far. He's actually able to keep it within a few tenths of his time, still within the 24s. So really good job from Raiden at the moment. But there is actually another driver who's in the 24s. It's actually Naim right now. He's currently pushing. Oh, he's really pushing his pushing it to the limits. Yeah. So 24.3 for Naim at the moment. I'm not sure if he's gonna go 24 flats, but we could probably see in a bit. At the moment, I think he still has enough of a gap to probably improve on his lap time. But as we see on the Delta, it's not really looking like he's gonna improve on his previous lap. And actually, I think Raiden's improving on his last lap. It's 2 tenths up. Okay, but of course it's not qualifying, it's for the race. And we are, we are still, how many minutes? We are like
5 minutes.
More than half an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than half an hour on the race. Something has happened to Nabil actually, as we speak. Oh, that's very wide. Oh, he may have sent it.
He's lucky the gravel trap helped him.
Yeah, very lucky. I'd say. Ooh, almost gets collected by Dalvin. A bit of an unsafe rejoin, if I must say, but
I think it's pretty safe. He didn't cut across. He didn't cut across like what Delvin did. He stick to the inside of the corner, so I think Delvin could have seen him miles away. I think that was pretty alright.
Yeah. Oh, Raiden 23s. Oh, Raiden the 23s now.
He's really making sure Naim doesn't catch up.
Yeah, I think even then, I'd say Naim is Naim's like 25, 26 seconds away from Shogun. So I think Shogun's like Shogun's just checking out from this race at this point.
He definitely is. He wants. I think I heard from Raiden is that he wants to take Silverstone as his drop round. He just wants to chill out. maybe he's a bit unavailable Silverstone, but he wants to make sure that he gets all the points for this round, just so that he doesn't have to worry for next round.
Yep, he's gonna be the next Max Verstappen already at this point. Right. Anyway,
which is true. Raiden has won every single round this race, if we included this one. So even if they did drop one round, he's still basically just won every single race.
Yeah, I think like someone would probably point out dominance football fans.
What?
Is it really? I mean, okay. I mean, we were seeing Raiden Shogun at his best at the moment. I know him because I remember he told me about he actually has some kind of like knee injury or something.
I mean, given the amount of racing he does, I won't be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I remember last time he raced in ACC, like he had to pull out of a league that we were in because of his leg injury. It's either leg or knee. I think it was a knee injury. It wasn't one he sustained. I think he sustained it for a long time ago, so he can't do much sports. But yeah, I think like since he's doing it with that as well, it makes it even more impressive, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at the end of the day, Raiden's he is definitely an esports driver. He is qualified for the Huracan STO event, so he's definitely gonna be a driver to look out for in the future. I think he really I mean, he has sponsors. He has a very good network of people around him, and it's just a very interesting driver to look forward to as well.
Right. Oh my goodness. So Naim, I think Naim's about to lap Raiden. Sorry, no, not Raiden. Naim's about to lap Nabil. Yeah, we're talking about Raiden so much that we we forgot. Oh, Naim. That's Nabil. Don't worry, we confuse names sometimes, right? Look at the two Farhans. They both have the same names as well.
But one is always not that far off from the other. Yep. Oh my god.
Whoa, almost on the outside of Nabil there. I think like
gonna send you on the hairpin? Okay. He's gonna send it.
Okay, Nabil's not gonna defend this one.
Yeah.
Thankfully. Okay, I was a bit like I'm a little bit I'm a little bit worried as well. But I think so far it's fine. Naim may be up for maybe in the shot for like a podium position by any chance. I mean, he's 4 seconds behind Delph at the moment, but I don't think he's at the moment. I don't think he's closing the gap as fast as he's been able to so far. Although last lap he's 5/10 faster. Okay, now he's 5/10 faster than Delvin at the moment. So all could still be played for. I think like we just saw Delvin just coming through the corners earlier.
I think the gap is definitely closing out because the previous gap that we saw was 6 seconds. They are now close to 4 seconds in.
It's 4 seconds now.
Yeah, it's still half an hour. It's still a lot of time for Naim to gain, but it's all up to how long he can hold that Mercedes with its tires. The Mercedes is definitely not good in tire wear, especially not with how much TC Naim's running, how much less TC Naim's running. So it's really up to how well Naim can manage these tires to make sure that he can survive this race and make sure he had good pace all the way to the very end of this race.
Right. Previous lap. Okay, Naim's still faster, but only by 1/10. Yeah, only by 1/10.
Oh my.
From Delvin. So
to be fair, he did get held up by Nabil a little bit, just slightly.
Yeah, just slightly, but it's any kind of hold-ups is making Delvin's chances for a podium better.
Yeah,
actually, when has Delvin last scored a podium? I think it was the first race of the season, isn't it?
Nabil.
Delvin.
Delvin, yes, Delvin did score a P2 on the first race at Suzuka.
Yeah, but since then, he's never appeared on podium so far.
A small struggle every year. Where if you see Mr. Naim here, he has scored consistent P3s the entire season. And hopefully with him able to overtake Delvin, he'll score another P3 to end for his 5th round here. Or if he's even better, he might even get P2. We'll see. We'll have to see how quick he can push that Mercedes around this track.
Oh yeah, but still P2, you have one of the toughest defenders of the race so far. I think we've seen Azrin as well. He's already defended against actually the lead of the race after he spun. So after Raiden spun. So yeah, Azrin still in a comfortable position. I think like just under 20 seconds from Raiden at the moment. But yeah, I think like Azrin at the moment is just taking it home, cruising, probably taking a bit of a Sunday drive for this race.
He definitely can't sleep though. With half an hour remaining, he still has to push it to make sure that Naim doesn't catch up in time. As you see, last lap, Naim did a 1:24.4, a very respectable time. And Azrin's still doing 26s, so he really needs to make sure that he makes minimal mistakes to make sure that he can keep that heat.
It's not just Naim that he needs to be worried about. Dalvin as well. He's currently into the 24s, but 24.9 as well.
Oh my god, as we said.
Oh my god, commentators, because I'm sorry. I'm so
that
sorry
front
about
bumper is messed up.
Oh no, Azrin's definitely spun already. Oh, what just happened? Oh, he just tapped on the grass on the outside. Oh my goodness.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
That bumper is gone.
Yeah, it's definitely gone. So I think like Azrin may have taken a nap. Okay, we do apologize for the constant commentator's curse. We see a lot of Azrin fans, so we'd like to sincerely apologize. Okay, minta maaf
Huh? How's it our fault?
Okay, bukan salah kita orang Kita cakap je.
It's not our fault that you fell asleep on the wheel.
We were just talking about it, and yeah, it actually happened. So
Yeah.
you know,
Poor guy. This is why you gotta be immune to the commentators, Chris. You gotta be stronger. You gotta be good. But
I mean,
it's why we have this 90-minute race, because a lot of drivers can do 60 minutes. But as you can see, as we tick over past the 60 minutes, going into 90 minutes, we see drivers start to lose focus, start to tire themselves out, and that gap is definitely closing in with how much damage Azrin has taken.
Oh yeah, a lot of damage. So Dalvin sniffing a P2 and probably a P3 as well for Naim. But of course, Naim's gonna want more. He's gonna have to reclaim his position. And actually, we have another yellow flag. What is happening?
Oh my god, Farhan's in the wall.
Yeah, Farhan's in the wall again. This is last.
No, this is the right-hander. This is where Azrin's here.
Ah, okay, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, wait, what happened? Let's go back.
Yeah, we can go
oh,
back.
That's a minute.
Actually.
That is too much.
Oh.
Whoopsies.
Oh well. Okay, so there's already another battle going on. I think Azrin. Oh my goodness, Azrin dropped down 2 positions. Azrin dropped down 2 positions already.
Yep, because
down to P4.
Delvin's actually overtaken him. Got to see back in a bit, but
yeah,
we did see just now Delvin overtaking Azrin before the second last corner. Then Naim was right behind them. I think that damage that Azrin has taken is a bit strong. It's a bit too strong. And you can see the slide
I think he just snapped oversteered or something.
As you can see, Naim.
Oh, there you go. That's what happened. Alright.
And then Azrin just
barely. Naim just going around the outside a bit. I think like okay, yeah. So that's actually what happened.
And then now they are. Well,
now I think like I think a lot of the work's already been sadly undone by the AM driver, although he's still in the lead of the in the AM race, I would say, in the AM class. So far Azrin still leading the class, but not in the podium for overall though. Of course, I think probably be a front side damage.
A lot of front
side damage.
You can see the car. That
it's front bumper
hanging on by a
bumper.
thread.
The hood's come up as well.
Yeah, the hood's getting it's hanging on by a
front
thread.
bumper's coming down. It's not looking good for it's not looking good for Azrin at the moment. So yeah, never fall asleep on the wheel. Jangan tidur. Okay,
and it's all up to I think it's all up to Azrin to think about if he wants to drive this for half an hour.
So we actually see parts of the car as well inside. I think no.
Forgot that I muted myself.
It's alright. It do be like that. Anyway, there's also another battle going on. Farhan, who actually spun just a lap before, or a lap or two before this, and you know, their two Ferraris are back at it. All right, we shall see what unfolds from this one. So far, Farhan has had no damage, even though he spun. So he's kept out of trouble so far.
And the Porsche fans right behind them, giving them blue flags.
Oh
now,
yeah.
It's now up to them to decide how they want to get this over and done with.
So
they
are they gonna give way? I don't think they're gonna give way. I don't think they're gonna give way.
Well, depending on the driver, I usually give way just so I could kill the car in front, but we'll see. We definitely have to see it. Yeah, oh my god, if you see, Niam's 8 tenths behind Delvin. We'll have to keep an eye on the Delta to make sure that they don't go into some crazy numbers. But definitely two close fights right now. Playing for P7 as well as playing for P2. Both really close, really good fights.
I think P7 so far is you know, a bit settled down. I might be jinxing it again, but yeah, currently Ferrari Farhan's giving way to Porsche Farhan. All right, so Porsche Farhan only has another Ferrari to go to lap. So Nabil, I'm not sure if Nabil's gonna give way. I think he will give way once he gets once Porsche
suffering with how much damage he has.
I think at this point it's only 8 seconds already, yeah. But that also means that Porsche Farhan is also coming back in for the AM class lead.
I think also it's up to Azrin to decide, because at the end of the day, there is a lot of damage, but is it really worth staying out, or if he wants to just come in and repair it, it's up to them at this point.
Right, we're riding on board with Naim. You know, we might as well do a track guide for Brands Hatch. So, DB, if you may.
Alright then, coming on to the final straight, we are coming in on a slight right-hand bend coming up the hill before we start braking at the second board into Paddock Hill Bend. A very long dive down into the hill before we're going to Druids, the very first hairpin we see in Brands Hatch. Brake underneath the bridge and then hug it very close on the inside, put the car down as early as you can, go wide on the left side. Coming into T3, then T4 into Struddies. Hug the inside curb as much as you can, take the outside curb if you need to. Then it's going to be, oh no, this is T4, this is Struddies. 30s, not Struddies. And then it's going to be a long straight. If you're on the regular day track, you will be turning right there, but now you're going to go into the very long straight. Coming into Hawthorns at P5, at turn 5. Very long right-hander, keep it on the inside, be patient, the power also go on the grass. Then you'll be in Westfield. Take the curb if you don't have a car there. You can take on the small curves on the left side, but too much and you'll take into the grass. This right-hander, you clip it on the inside as much as possible. Don't clip too much though, or just spin yourself out, as you can see in a lot of the races here as Delvin goes right on the second last corner. Gotta make sure you have a good exit and a good break up into Clark. Okay, on the inside, go too wide and you'll see yourself struggling to get back in, as you can see from these two earlier today. And it's a lap in Brands Hatch, a very fast 1.5 minute lap time here. So it really is a very, it's really easy to make mistakes here. And when you see when mistakes happen, you get a lot of damage, as you can see from Azrin here.
Yeah, Azrin's already down to P5. So Porsche Farhan's back into the lead of the race.
For AM class, yeah.
In the AM class, yeah, in the AM class. So apologies for that. Right, so yeah, that battle's already over for now. I think almost race over for Azrin as well. Down the inside goes Naim. Oh, there's not really a place to overtake on down the inside. I think the outside line is still better for that particular corner. But of course, there's still more corners to go. We have under 20 minutes to go of this race. Really amazing. Really amazing drama happening left and right as well. Really pushing it to the limits as well. Does the Mercedes driver, but of course, all can be played for the whole race. Right. So still 5 tenths between the two cars, P2 and P3. They're definitely gonna be fighting a lot for this one. All points definitely count. We also have another really close battle. It's between the two Ferraris. They've been at it since a while ago.
Oh my god.
That was a snap oversteer while pirouetting 1.5
Hold your
rounds,
brakes.
1.5 revolutions. Oh, definitely not a good idea to be in the middle of the track.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what a save still, but I think Farhan's already cooked up his tires. I think it's time to probably
And to
ease
chill
up
back
a
a
bit.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, to tune back a bit. Well, that's a moment to be savored for y'all viewers. Right, we shall commit. We shall commit to P3. Okay, fight for P2 and P3 at the moment. I think yeah, I think Ryder's gonna definitely check out from this one. He's 36 seconds away from the two podium sitters behind him. But of course, yeah, 18 minutes to go. 18 minutes to go. Still, like I said, a lot to play for. You know, even a minute, even a second, if you blink, you'll definitely lose out. Okay,
here's
one
the
of these
question.
drivers gonna be making a mistake. Yeah,
Now
what's
here's
up?
the question: will Delvin be able to survive the pressure for 18 minutes straight?
Oh yeah, I mean, okay, even though yeah he's an experienced driver, you gotta remember I'd say he's more specialized in F1
He's definitely more
rather than.
specialized in F1. I've seen his skills do not
Oh,
translate into endurance racing really well, but he has tried his darndest and he can survive it. When he needs to, he can do it, but I think for him, he needs someone to keep on reminding him to push it as hard as he's supposed to.
mm-hmm. I think yeah, probably down to like the ultimate mechanical grip. It's definitely way less in a GT car, and of course it's closed cockpit. You know, closed cockpit racing in general is not really that nice unless if you're in prototypes, which well we are not racing in prototypes, are we? We're in production cars.
You'll be
At the end of the
surprised.
day.
LMP racing is actually harder to race than GT racing.
Hmm.
Yeah, because of
also?
you gotta remember they do not have ABS. They do not have ABS.
Oh yeah,
They have
yeah.
TC,
WEC does not have ABS as well.
and
Yeah.
and they are really wide cars. You gotta remember, you don't really have much visibility. As you see Asri coming in for the pits, I think it's either he's gonna repair it or he's just gonna park the car.
It's gonna repair.
Yeah,
Most likely gonna repair.
yeah.
Whoa, very
Oh
close
my
between
God.
the two. Oh, have a look down inside a bit.
Nah,
From
there's still much. There's still time.
from the Mercedes, yeah. Oh yeah, it's definitely starting now. The 18 minutes of pressure. I think it's gonna go 19 minutes at this point. If let's say Raiden crosses the line before, you know, a few seconds before, checkered flag falls.
We'll have to
You
see
know,
by then, but
yeah, we'll have to see indeed.
before
shall
then,
ride
we'll
on
have to
board
see
again.
how good these fights are. Hopefully,
Yeah, we'll
P9
ride on
and
board
Delvin.
again with the Mercedes driver. Yeah, he's definitely doing really well. For a quick recap, yeah, Naim briefly led the race for like a few laps before he buckled under pressure to Raiden, who's currently leading the race. And of course, he's currently making up position. He went from essentially last, and now he's in the running for P2s, basically where he started for the race as well. Oh, runs super wide.
You know,
Does
you know, I'm surprised at this round is that we have not seen a track limits warning for either one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, track limits is definitely not one of the problems for this track. Surprisingly enough.
Surprisingly,
I'd say that
yet,
if track limits, I think track limits just like from the exit of that turn. That's the only place I can think of when
you
you
say
get
that,
track limits.
yet I've seen so many penalties when I'm racing here. I've seen so many people getting drive-throughs. I've seen so many people getting stop-goes or speeding in the pit lane. It has definitely been a chaos, and yet I'm kind of impressed that all our drivers here are able to, you know, not get themselves into penalties. Although we do see spins once in a while, but we have seen drivers that are really well behaved in terms of the track limits here. I don't know if it's because mainly if you go out the track limits here, you basically are on a death wish, but you know, it's better than having a drive-through, I guess.
Right, true. Yeah, drive-thrus really suck in this game. I'd say at least it's better than stop and go. You know? I mean, I think we do have stop and go in this one, but it's rarely applied unless if it's like manually stewarded, right?
It's as
Oh,
well
actually,
as
no,
speeding
speeding
in
at pit lanes.
yes.
Yeah.
But also, I guess it's better than the 5-second penalties that you get in F1 every time you cut a corner. We do
Yeah,
get.
that's like 3 seconds, yeah, indeed.
We
Yeah,
do give you
I
warnings. We do have 3 chances to not mess it up before they give you a drive-through. So.
Right, so at the moment we're looking at the gaps so far. I'd say that yeah, Farhan's comfortably leading the AM class at the moment. I think like it's separated by like 1 minute from between the two AM drivers at the moment. Our third AM driver, Farhan, we've seen him pirouetting a few times, and well, currently, well, there's only three AM drivers, shall say. So realistically speaking, like all three of them are guaranteed a podium regardless.
Yeah, but you gotta remember. But if you actually seen the overall standings, right, the AM drivers have been mixing really well with the pro drivers. You expect, you know, given that they are considered the M class drivers, that the pro drivers usually will have a good separation between them. But as this series
I think
has
it's only last
proven,
time we had. It's only ACC season 1, right? Or
yeah,
was it
that we
season
had a
2 as
very
well?
distinct separation between the M drivers and the pro drivers. But since then, all our drivers have been able to mingle really well, and it all comes down to just survivability. A lot of our pro drivers, even though they have the pace and they have the consistency to qualify as a pro and upper qualifying, they do not have much endurance for racing. So it has really shown their cracks, and it's definitely has shown that some M drivers, even though they are slow, are able to hold on for themselves and definitely convert those into actual checkpoints, and it's been good for them.
Yeah, you know, is it just me or did I see the same tire marks just coming through? I think like Naim's been very consistent with his lines, but you know, we keep seeing a lot of tire marks in that one particular spot. So I think like Naim's definitely pushing his tires. We currently have like what over 12 minutes remaining of this really,
You can tell that Naim's
dramatic
also
race.
struggle.
No!
As Delvin
There
overcooks
he
it.
goes! Oh, Delvin bins it again. Oh my goodness.
Can I go back to the replay? I don't want to touch it anymore since I messed it up.
we can go for the replay. Okay, we can go for the replay this time. Now going to the
Oh,
helicam.
into the
He
grass
just
he
touched
goes.
the outside grass.
My God.
Ah,
And just
Delvin's
like that.
buckled under pressure again. My goodness. So yeah, Delvin. I think yeah, Delvin's still like 2 seconds away, but I think it's already over for him so far.
It's definitely over, but we can still catch up. We can still make a fight. You don't know. Naim might make a mistake. Who knows? You know, it's not over until it's really over.
Yeah,
We have to
definitely.
put hope.
Nothing's over until checker flag falls, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, I do hope you all enjoyed today's race. Of course, give us a thumbs up. Okay, give us a like and such. Kami lihat dari WhatsApp ni. Wah, sampai WhatsApp ni. Right, it's okay. Y'all go cheer. Okay, Naim's on P2. Okay, so congratulations. All right, but still,
We're not there yet.
you know,
We're not there yet.
very
No,
a very
no,
long
no,
way
only
to go. Very
celebrations.
long way to go for Naim at the moment. He's currently what 40 seconds.
I think Azrin also
from,
wants to unlap
Raiden.
himself, as he does, as Delvin makes another mistake. Naim's gonna show the world that he has the pace for it. It's just that he needs to make sure he stops making mistakes. And that mistake.
I think it's just a reminder to everyone here, just stop making mistakes.
Yeah. From P2 all the way down to P6, that is definitely unfortunate.
No,
but right now-
P1.
No, Azrin was P2. Azrin was
Oh, okay, no. I know. Azur is P2. Yeah, he held it comfortably. No,
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like that everyone except for like P1 were making mistakes. I'm
Yeah.
like, wait.
No, P1 P1 made mistakes. We actually everyone
Everyone
on the grid
made mistakes.
It is amazing.
Yeah, that shows you Brands Hatch is like a very challenging track.
It is very
And it's just
challenging.
8 drivers. Imagine 15.
Imagine 15, imagine 30 drivers here. There is
30
endurance
drivers.
races.
Oh,
It
that's
is
good.
not fun, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Oh, there's another spin. A yellow flag going on.
Oh my
for
God,
Farhan
Farhan.
again.
To
Alright,
be
my
honest,
goodness.
oh.
What has happened this time? It's I have a feeling it's a snap oversteer for this one.
No,
Oh,
it's
it
in the
just
grass.
runs wide.
It's the
oh,
grass. Oh,
snap.
oh,
Oh,
and
oh.
it's the wall.
Ah, just goes to the wall.
Poor
Almost
guy.
safe, though. Ah, it's alright. At this point, it's just everyone just needs to finish. Okay, everyone just needs to finish. I think like the closest gap we have so far, the closest gap we have at the moment is just Dalvin and Naim. I think Naim is already checked out from from P3. I'd say he's already in P2. He's gonna be there comfortably. And no, I'm not gonna jinx it this time. We're not gonna jinx it. Okay, so
Not really gonna
Naim
jinx it.
fans, please calm down. It's part of racing. Okay. We're doing our job. We're commentating, okay? Unless if they're watching our broadcast and just say like, "Oh, broadcast now."
Oh,
I have a feeling some of them may have the broadcast on, and they just say, "Oh,
they
they're
do.
featuring us," and then just crash.
We did see Farhan being in here. We did see Adib here as well. I think some of them do have our broadcast in the background. So to those drivers, I say, what the heck are you here? Stop looking at us. Start driving. This is why you keep speeding out. Get out of here. Get. Crazy basketball. Get.
They think they're alone, so just watching the TV screens around.
I mean, to be fair, it is how you get updates when you're actually racing. So I don't blame them, but also get out of here. Focus on your race. Come on.
It's fine. Okay, so yeah, I do hope you all enjoyed today's race. Yeah, no, we're not ending, of course. Okay, still, what? 8 minutes to go. Okay, 8 minutes to go. Anything can still happen. All right, we may as well we may as well trigger a virtual safety car. Just kidding.
No, don't do that.
No. I kind of wish we have a safety car for this game, but actually manually driven, But
I mean, you can, but you need to have someone that's not commentating to be in the game. But you don't have enough drivers for that.
I can probably do that. Nah.
But commentating, well, you can.
No, I'm commentating, yeah, but
you can sit.
I'll just say I'll hop in the car for a bit, and we have a safety car.
But so far, actually, for our season at least, we actually had minimal to no pile up. It's actually been amazing that, especially, I'm actually really proud of the grid since round 1 that we don't actually have the pile ups that you see, especially in season 1.
I think the grid so far is, I'd say, very clean.
Yeah, it's all been really clean, aside from incident 1 or 2. But those incidents actually happened during the race and not after, not at the start of the race. So it's been really good, and I've been really proud of the grid so far.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we could probably expect. I'm not saying we expect them to do better. We probably expect them to do better next time, but it's alright. Still, to some of the drivers, still a learning phase, and of course, to those who are watching and want to be part of the ACC MSRL League, you can always join our Discord server. Okay, we have it on our description down. We have our Discord server link in the video description, so you can always join. Okay, I should probably paste it in chat if you want.
Oh my god, Calvin.
Why? What has happened?
Things have spun. Calvin has spun.
On again?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, right. Replay, yeah, we could probably replay that.
What have you done?
Is he trying to overtake Asrin?
Why? Why would you? Oh no, he's in the grass. Oh no.
Oh no, not here. I think. Oh, I have a feeling he's gonna be
and he's
Discord
in the grass again.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's minus 5 points for showmanship. Just saying.
Oh.
Actually, briefly, there was another yellow flag as well for Farhan, but I think he may have spun again.
I think he just went out wide. I don't think he won.
Yeah, quite wide as well, indeed. So, right, just to give a recap of the update so far, Raiden Shogun is in the lead of the race by over 40 seconds over Naim, who has climbed up from P last to P2 to second place. So well done. Okay, maybe we have a driver of the day coming around for everyone. Driver of the day for Naim. And so far, really fire pace, I'd say. And yeah, I think currently he's just the only thing he has to do is just
surviving.
Bring it home.
Yeah,
bring it home. Right, so up to P3. Okay, down to P3 we have Dalvin. We've seen him making quite a number of mistakes. I think most recently earlier, a lap before, he just clipped the grass, his rear tires, to that corner that we just went to earlier. And yeah, I think still a podium's a podium for him, as long as he doesn't make any more mistakes, because if he does, he may be in danger of the guy in P4. Farhan, Porsche Farhan, who's currently the leader in M class. So well done to him, of course. I think Porsche Farhan's been keeping it clean so far.
Yeah, I think
actually
he's the only one that doesn't have a mistake.
Yeah, I think he's the only one.
The
closest mistake that we've seen from him is just oversteer. That's it.
Yeah.
So far, Farhan, Porsche Farhan's doing really well. And next one should be Adib. I think Adib at one point is P last as well, but currently is middle of the field in P5. In that really sick art car livery, Samantha Tan, I
Oh my
believe.
God.
Oh, it's a bit of oversteer through there. Might need a bit of a setup work, my buddy. Right. And anyway, down to P6, we have Azrin. Really tough luck for the McLaren driver because he was
Oh
actually up
my
to
God.
P2. Oh my goodness, he's gonna bring more bad luck to it. Oh, not really. Okay, thankfully, good luck is in his side for now. All right, so yeah, he was P2 at one point. I think actually he was leading the race at one point after Shogun spun
Yeah.
from the lead of the race earlier. But of course, he was bound for P2, but he made a mistake while we were on broadcast with him, and yeah, he lost a lot of positions. I think his front bumper's destroyed. So yeah, tough luck for the McLaren driver. 555 down in P6, and the P7 we have Nabil Nasran, who's well, say so far pretty solid debut position. Okay, even though it's a bit he second last, but still, as long as he survives here and there, it should be all right. And of course, now in P8 we have another Ferrari in the form of Ferrari 400, number 95, orange and brown, and a tinge of white Ferrari, rounding down grid in P8. So we have 2 minutes to go so far. Chat, how are y'all enjoying the race so far?
According to Monsieur, Delvin is really running no TC, which I expected from him.
Oh, God, this ain't F1. I'm sorry.
He's a stubborn little guy, and my God, is he causing him so much pain.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to handle it, it's fine. But it's a 90-minute race, and of course, the GT cars aren't meant to be driven with TC off. Actually, we could probably read the back the rules. GT1, okay, GT1. Now that's the only racing category I can think of that could probably run it in TC off, but I don't think anyone's sane enough to run it TC off.
When you have assist on, you should really, if you're allowed to, even in race car setting, really use it. There's a reason why TC is banned in F1 because it's just too powerful. So they do it through engine mapping and throttle mapping and RPM mapping. That's how they do TC.
Definitely. So, what with GT cars? What about GT cars? Do they do it as well?
With
Engine
GT
mapping?
We do have engine mapping, or why Jogo turning on twice first, but final lap. But engine maps. It really depends in real life. There is actually, especially in the Ferraris, you actually see throttle maps. For even in the Porsche, you get different throttle maps. Some get very progressive, some get very linear, and some get very aggressive. And it's all up to your driver preference to see which throttle map you want. And it's basically the way how F1 works. The throttle maps, basically, different engine maps give you different throttle settings, and some will also cut fuel. So, especially for most of us, we actually race in the quali map setting. But if you ever race in an endurance race where you have where you have no stint timer, sometimes you just need to put a map or two down and then start using less fuel to extend your pace as much as possible. Me and Delvin actually have won the 4 hours of Coda by extending our stints as long as possible, and that is just through saving as much fuel as we can and pitting as little as we can, because a pit stop does take a lot of time.
Oh yeah, I've definitely witnessed it. I think we ran 2 cars with the MSRL one, but anyway, we'll talk about that later. No time for podcast because our lead of the race comes home in P1. Raiden Shogun wins the 5th round of MSRL ACC, right, by a huge margin of 43 seconds. Right, now we're focusing down to P2. Naim, very good recovery drive, really blistering pace from him, but ultimately getting held up quite a number of times, and of course, being equal on Raiden, I'd say, in terms of average pace, but ultimately having spun at the early phase of the race, when he was battling Raiden, coming around to the final corner, very close on the grass, and he comes home to
P2.
drive a respectable P2. All right, there you go. All right, well done to Naim. And then down to P3, we have Dalvin Singh. He could have actually gone to P2 with the battle with Naim, but ultimately he crosses the line into P3. I think we see Azrin as well. Anyway, Porsche Farhan coming onto the final corner.
The last two across the line.
The last one to cross the line. Well done to Farhan. Congratulations on winning the AM race. Really driven cleanly. And yeah, he wins the AM class for today's race. All right, so 5th position goes to Adib. I think Adib, Azrin, Azrin could have been P2, but ultimately had his bumper deleted, I would say, from the spin that he had. It is a really costly one to that. Okay, and then Azri finishes in P6, Nabil Nasran in P7, and lastly we have Farhan in P8. So, newbie, how have you found the race for today?
I think it's definitely been an amazing race. It has been so exciting. It has been this non-stop action. I think we don't actually have much of a dull race this. I think that's a good thing. We finally have a grid that's very competitive, that is really close to each other, but we still see a lot of consistency issues. And I think I'm glad that we made a 90-minute race format, because it really shows that people need to start working on their consistency. And I'm glad that it's our league that we are able to show it to them.
Right. So, oh, hang on. Oh, I may have mistapped. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, congratulations to Naim for P2. Okay, well done on the recovery drive. Of course, both Farhans on the AM podium. Oh, thanks for pointing that one out. All right, both Farhans make it to the podium. Interesting. I think like this is the first time both Farhans in the podium. So both Ferrari and Porsche Farhan getting up to the podium step, of course. And yeah, I think also at this point, it's safe to say that Raiden Shogun has officially won the MSRL Season 3 championship.
Maybe we have to see.
I mean, with a drop round as well.
Yeah, but we
Like-
we can still see Naim actually winning. So who knows?
How many points are we talking here?
That will take some time to process. So I don't want to say anything right now. So
It's all right. Yeah, great stream. Thanks again for the entertaining broadcast. Yeah, no problem. Okay, to everyone else who's tuning in as well, I hope you all enjoyed today's race. Okay, so, kami harap korang semua, okay, baik-baik belaka di sana. Okay, selamat hujung minggu. Okay, jangan lupa like kita punya stream. Okay, bagi like kat kita punya stream. Kalau tak subscribe lagi, pergilah subscribe. Kita punya kat MSRL punya YouTube channel. Okay, of course, kalau korang nak join kita punya Discord server, okay, boleh join dekat description. Okay, dekat description, dekat kita punya video. Okay, boleh join kat situ. Kalau nak join ACC juga boleh. Okay, so yeah, newbie, you can probably translate that.
All right, so this stream is brought to you by MSRL. We are the league that you are watching, so if you're interested, you can join us through the link in the description below. If you enjoy our stream, do be sure to give us a like, maybe subscribe, see more future races, maybe see more leagues. We might continue this commentary phase for the next season, but that will see how the F1 season goes. We might maybe see an F1 commentary, who knows. But if you want to see where the team goes, you can join us on you can follow us on Twitter or X at this point. You can follow us on Instagram as well, or just join our Discord. As we said, links in the description down below. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been a fun round 5. You'll see us in Silverstone in round 6 in 2 weeks' time. So until then, this has been Newbie, and joining me is Psycho. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you guys next time.
All right, bye-bye.